Hello and welcome to our broadcast of the Thunder Basin Bolts and the Lyman Eagles, some Friday night hoops live on mylocalradio.com. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett. Thank you for tuning in to some high school hoops in Wyoming, some Friday night lights inside the gymnasium. We'll have the 4A Thunder Basin Bolts. Yes, the 4A Thunder Basin Bolts, a team from Gillette, making the trip down to the Bridger Valley for the first time in school history to play some basketball. Yes, a team from Gillette in Thunder Basin has never been to Lyman to play basketball, but that will all change tonight when the Lyman Eagles and the Thunder Basin Bolts compete for another non-conference win in Wyoming basketball. Going to set the scene for you here. The Lyman girls will play the Thunder Basin Bolts first in this opening game, followed immediately after the boys teams will play. And just to give you a heads up for the boys basketball team out of Lyman, they will not have Andrew Housekeeper. He went down with a concussion. He will still remain out this weekend for their game tonight and tomorrow at Evanston. So Andrew Housekeeper is out for the boys, but as of right now, for the girls, a couple girls injured for Thunder Basin, not able to play. They had one girl, one of their better players, and a starter go down with an injury, a compound fracture in, I believe, her leg or her ankle, according to head coach Brandy Lutgen. And Brandy and I talked a couple minutes ago on the court. I asked her how her team was doing and what to expect tonight. So she said that a key player went down for Thunder Basin due to an injury, due to a compound fracture. A screw had to be put in the leg, so she is not able to play tonight. So a new starting lineup, a unique starting lineup for the Thunder Basin Bolts in their first game here in a couple of weeks. Their last game, I believe, was played at Star Valley several weeks ago. Similar to Star Valley, which we saw last night on mylocalradio.com between the Mountain View Buffs and the Star Valley Braves, in that the Star Valley Braves had not played in about 10-15 days. So a similar style here for Thunder Basin, because they have not played. They played immediately after Christmas, and they have not played since, so they do not have the advantage of being back into the working of things. Obviously, you have practice, maybe intensity, not up to the level where it maybe needs to be as far as a coach might be concerned. But as it is, Thunder Basin, the Bolts are going to come here into the Bridger Valley. Uinta County is where we are located. The Thunder Basin Bolts look to be wearing their all-gray uniforms. They will be going left to right on your screen once we start things. Lyman going to be warming up on the left side of the court. They're going to be working right to left, to start the game. Once we start, Lyman will be in their white home uniforms with the blue trim down the sides. The Lyman Eagles girls basketball team, after a 2-1 weekend last weekend against Thermopolis, Douglas, and Buffalo, they'll look to get right back into the swing of things. They did not have that long break as the Thunder Basin did, or they had the break, but it was a week before, so they did get back into the swing of things. This is their first weekday game since that Pinedale Classic, that Pinedale Winter Classic that took place last weekend. So the Pinedale Winter Classic was over. Lyman Eagles went 2-1. They defeated the Thermopolis Bobcats and the Buffalo Bison. In that one, they lost to the number 1 seed in the 3A classification, the Douglas Bearcats, in that one. But obviously a respectable loss to the true number 1 team, who went into that tournament, and they defeat the number 2 and number 4 teams in the 3A classification in Lyman and Mountain View. So Jason Hansen, I also talked to him before the game, asked him what to expect tonight out of his team, out of his girls basketball team, where the Thunder Basin Bolts and the Lyman Eagles will match up. And he said that he was very happy to get this matchup set up. Obviously, Thunder Basin a couple games short on their schedule, so they're looking for opponents, looking for teams to play. And it just so happened that Thunder Basin was going to Star Valley, I believe, tomorrow. Thunder Basin will continue on to Afton and play Star Valley, a 4A matchup there. But the Lyman Eagles saw that. Jason Hansen saw that they had their schedule filled on Saturday, did not have a Friday game. believe he said the Thunder Basin athletic director called him and said, hey, can we set something up? He did, and that is why we are here today playing a 3A school from Gillette in Uinta County. So the Thunder Basin Bolts going to make a weekend out of it. They're going to come here to Uinta County, play the Lyman Eagles girls basketball team led by senior McKinley Bradshaw, going to play at the University of Wyoming starting next year on a full scholarship for the girls basketball team over there in Laramie. And now they will play tonight against the 4A Thunder Basin Bolts. So McKinley Bradshaw, no stranger to playing up in competition. We'll have to see how she competes tonight and what Thunder Basin throws at her and the Lyman Eagles to see if they can slow down or stop this prominent offense of the Lyman Eagles. We're going to take a commercial break. This is our MyLocalRadio.com pregame show brought to you by MyLocalRadio.com. Please join us for the tip-off of action here from Lyman, Wyoming.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Back here in Uinta County at Lyman High School, where the gymnasium is filling up before this girls basketball matchup, a 4A matchup between the Thunder Basin Bolts and a 3A team, the Lyman Eagles. So the higher seeded team will be on the road. The higher classification-wise team will be on the road, I guess I could say. The Thunder Basin Bolts, I believe, are 10-1 on the season, if the stats are correct. They haven't played in several weeks, as I had said, but expect this Thunder Basin Bolts team to really be ready and rocking tonight. It will be a full court press. Short of the game from head coach Brady Lujan. Brady looking to have her team all set and ready to go as we get set on MyLocalRadio.com. Lyman Eagles girls basketball team, as I said, they have not played this week, but they will play tomorrow as well. They played tonight and tomorrow against another 4A school in the Evanston Red Devils. That one will be at Evanston, and I will be there to broadcast that game live on MyLocalRadio.com. So if you're interested in watching the Lyman Eagles boys and girls basketball teams play tomorrow, I believe we're going to have a similar start time to tonight, 5:30 and 7 p.m. all ready to go on MyLocalRadio.com. I will be streaming that one, as well as our Evanston Red Devil commentator, Jake Hibbard. If you're interested in watching the Mountain View girls and Mountain View boys basketball teams play Evanston right now, maybe you're thinking, all right, why is there no stream from Sean on the Mountain View front? That is because Jake is currently at Mountain View. It is an Evanston-based stream. I apologize for not having my voice on the call, but we didn't want to have two broadcasters on the same website at the same game, so we figured we'll call both of the Bridger Valley contests, and the Evanston Red Devils against the Mountain View Buffs are going to be on MyLocalRadio.com streaming as this game and this doubleheader streams as well. So just about ready to get set underway on MyLocalRadio.com. We will have the national anthem, then the starting lineups announced. As we get those, we will bring them to you. The Thunder Basin Bolts pretty decent-sized crowd coming in from Gillette to watch this one. And then, of course, as always, as you might expect, there are plenty of Lyman Eagle fans in the gymnasium as well, especially on these home games. The Lyman community really does show up and show out for these home games. So, Lyman Eagles and Thunder Basin Bolts going to be happening live on mylocalradio.com. If we have the national anthem being sung, I'm going to take it to commercial and then bring it back for the starting lineups and tip-off of this 4A versus 3A clash.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Back here live at at Uinta County's Lyman Eagle Basketball Gymnasium, where the starting lineups of the Thunder Basin Bolts are being announced. So we will bring them to you as they are being announced. Number 0, senior Abby Agier, going to be making the start. Once again, Peyton McGrath out of the starting lineup due to an injury. She will be hopefully back by the end of the year, according to Brady Lutkin. Meadow Kuntz going to make the start. A junior. Regan McInerney. Mason Miller and Molly Strube going to be making the start as well for the Thunder Basin Bolts, as they were announced on this home court. And now the home Lyman Eagles going to be announced in front of their home crowd here. Visitors from Gillette going to be watching on, getting some last-minute instructions before they go on to play tonight. 5'7" freshman Bryce Hanson going to be making the start. She will be a key shooter tonight for those home Lyman Eagles, wearing number 2, cheering on her team. On the court, her dad will be watching and coaching. Spring Yagi, number 10, she's a senior. She's going to be starting as always. Cassidy Nelson going to be making the start, running down that long line of supporters, fans, and students. Olivia Smith, always an energetic player for this Lyman Eagle squad. And of course, should be a surprise, McKinley Bradshaw going to the University of Wyoming to play basketball starting next year on a full scholarship. Rounds out the starting 5 for the Lyman Eagles girls basketball team. We are just about ready to get set. Once again, the Lyman Eagles in their home white with the blue trim going to be going right to left on your screen. The Thunder Basin Bolts coming in from Gillette. They're taking a trip to Afton tomorrow. That is why they are here at Uinta County for the first time in school history playing a basketball game, or games, I guess we could say, since it is a doubleheader. They are going to be wearing their gray uniforms with the blue and white trim. They will be going left to right on your screen on mylocalradio.com. Just about ready to get set for the tip-off here. Cassidy Nelson and Molly Strube with the tip. Goes over to Olivia Smith, who drops it off to Bradshaw, and we are underway here at Lyman High School. McKinley Bradshaw working towards her left, picks up her dribble. Nice backdoor cut from Olivia Smith. Driving to the basket, she is blocked. Ball squirts out back towards midcourt. McKinley Bradshaw picks it up, throws it up off the backboard. Cassidy Nelson uses that height to her advantage, gets the rebound, and sends it back out to Olivia Smith, who is looking to go back to Bradshaw near midcourt, and she does. Bradshaw pulls it back out 30 seconds in. Already a couple missed shots, but a couple offensive rebounds for the Eagles on their home floor. Bradshaw working to get position down low. Did not get the pass from Cassidy Nelson. Instead, it goes to Bryce Hansen out on the top of the wing. Hansen almost had it poked away. Nice ball hawking defense from the Thunder Basin Bolts to open up this game. About a minute gone, and still no points. Thunder Basin has not had the ball on offense yet, but that will change right now as it is stolen away from McKinley Bradshaw, and then Bradshaw takes it right back underneath her own basket, and going the other way are the Lyman Eagles with it now. Bradshaw crosses over, pulls up for three, and Bradshaw almost made it. Hit every part of the rim, but the bottom of the net. And instead, a foul was called on the rebound. See who the number was. It was number 15, Olivia Smith, picking up her first foul of the contest. First foul on the Lyman Eagles, and she had to tie her shoe after it came off after committing that foul. So she will run back down the court. Thunder Basin looking to get on offense for the first time and get their first shot up here. Instead, an out-of-bounds call on Molly Strube, a 6'4" junior for this team. And here we go. First time that the Thunder Basin Bolts, the Lady Bolts, have been able to set up that pressure. We will see a lot of full-court man-to-man pressure from the Thunder Basin Lady Bolts tonight. And a foul has been called against Thunder Basin, so it will be Lyman basketball inbounding right about mid-court. Ball is taken away by Thunder Basin. Here they come down the other side of the court. Giving it off, a deep three there. Banks it, almost banked it in, but instead it rolled off the rim. Bradshaw ripping it away, and here come the Eagles down the other side of the court. Bradshaw, wild out of control, loses the ball in the paint. It is wrapped up there as a Thunder Basin Bolt goes to the floor with it. That is, I believe that's Abby Gear with it. Substitute coming in here for the Thunder Basin Bolts. It will be Sydney Solom coming in, sophomore, entering the game for the first time for her team. On the left side, back out up top, trying to get it inside. Bradshaw, ball hawking defense, steals it away, sends it up to Olivia Smith, gets it back, and here she comes down the court. Bradshaw pulls up, looks to be fouled, no call though, and Spring-Yagi saves it over to Cassidy Nelson. Bryce Hansen, a runner, cannot get that to go. It's almost 3 minutes in here, still no points in this contest, but that will change as a run out for the Thunder Basin Bolts, and Shelby Tarter with her first 2 points of the night, the first 2 points scored in this night. McKinley Bradshaw comes up to get the ball in the backcourt, crosses it over behind her back. Bradshaw moving towards her right. Olivia Smith with the ball on the top of the key. Smith trying to cut right down the lane. Lost the ball, however, and here come the Bolts again, trying to outrun that Lyman Eagle defense. It is blocked from behind by Bryce Hansen, but in to finish was Reagan McInerney, and it is a 4-0 lead, 3 minutes in, and Jason Hansen calls his first time out. We're going to stay right here on mylocalradio.com, where the Lyman Eagles and the Thunder Basin Bolts are competing for that Friday night win here. First contest in a couple weeks for Thunder Basin. So Thunder Basin coming out a little bit slow. Jason Hansen has to be worried about his team, however, because they have not been off for a couple weeks. So seeing his team maybe have a slow start, not what he wanted certainly out of his team.
We'd like to thank tonight's game sponsor, Napa Auto Parts, Polo Auto Farm Service.
Lyman going to inbound, looks like underneath their own basket. Going to get the ball. And it is a turnover or is it a turnover? No, it is not. Thunder Basin tipped it out of bounds. McKinley Bradshaw, a wayward pass there, went out of play. But it was tipped, touched by a Bolt player, so Lyman Eagles retain possession here. Bradshaw comes and gets the ball near midcourt. Bradshaw trying to use the screen from Bradshaw, gets inside to Air. Air drops it off to Olivia Smith, blocked at the net there, and the Bolts racing down the other way. Shot attempt, and a foul is called. I believe that's going to be Madison Miller, if I'm not mistaken. Going to the free throw line. It will be Madison Miller. Numbers are a little bit hard to see on these gray uniforms, these all gray uniforms for the Thunder Basin Bolts. But the foul was called on McKinley Bradshaw, number 14 for the Lyman Eagles team. And that first shot is up and good. So a 5-0 lead here for the Bolts girls basketball team here. Second shot on the way from Miller. And she hits it tried and true on that one. Bryce Hansen re-enters the game. Spring Yagi checking out. Cassidy Nelson also checked out for Mandy Air, by the way, on that previous possession during the timeout. Hansen going to take it one-on-one, cross it over the center line. Spring Yagi, Olivia Smith going to her left, gets back to Bradshaw. Bradshaw cuts down the lane. Euro step, puts it up, traveled with it. However, she turns around, does not like the call there, but it was a traveling violation, and Thunder Basin immediately will get it back, and nope, they will not, because a turnover in the backcourt, stepping over the line before the inbounds pass was, once again, I cannot see those numbers. They are very hard to read for Thunder Basin, but Thunder Basin did have an out-of-bounds violation there, and inbounds goes right over to Olivia Smith. She cannot convert from in close, and Thunder Basin the other way. Pump fake. Knocked away in the paint. Bryce Hansen with it. Sends it over to Olivia Smith. Had Mandy Air running ahead. She's going to take it herself. Try to get back to Air on the other side of the paint, but it is intercepted. Not a clean first half of play here for the Lyman Eagles. First 4 minutes in, they have not scored. And from downtown in the corner, I believe that's Shelby Tarter for 3 on that one. So a 9-0 lead, 4 minutes in. The Bolts looking like the 4A powerhouse that they are in this girls basketball matchup. Olivia Smith with it. Ball on the left side. Gets it over to Mandy Air. Mandy Air cutting down the baseline. Nice help. Tries to get it over to Peden on the other side. Peden misses short. And that goes back to Thunder Basin. So Lyman's had some opportunities to score, just have not converted. And in the corner again, this time Tarter pump faked, and Bradshaw blocked her near the basket. A foul was called. I believe it's going to go against Thunder Basin, as I believe that was Olivia Smith hitting the deck there. Checking back in is Spring Yagi and Cassidy Nelson. McKinley Bradshaw and Olivia Smith out. So Bradshaw comes out here, down 9-0. Just under 5 minutes in. We'll see. I have to see how long she remains out of this contest. Mandy Air with the inbound, being doubled in the backcourt. Gets it over to Nicole Peden, Peden drops it down low to Cassidy Nelson. Cassidy Nelson has it wrapped up. I believe that's going to be a jump ball. It will be a jump ball, and the possession will remain with the Lyman Eagles. So Lyman Eagles looking to get some offense going here. They have not scored almost 5 minutes into this contest. Ball is dropped in the paint there, and because of that, Mandy Air gets tied up. Thunder Basin's offense is swarming, or defense, I guess we could say, is swarming right now. They have not let up a point here 5 minutes into this contest. Thunder Basin looking like a powerhouse team, even without starter Peyton McGrath. On the outside, that ball is knocked away, down low, thrown up, and that is no good. But another offensive rebound on the other side for Thunder Basin, puts it up, and that is Madison Miller getting fouled as she attempted a shot there. Madison Miller to the free throw line for 2 opportunities here. First shot is up, and that is good from Madison Miller. McKinley Bradshaw back in, so Bradshaw a couple possessions out of the game, but she immediately re-enters Peden and Bryce Hansen out. Second free throw is up. Second free throw is good. Substitute Gabby Adrube coming in. 5'9" sophomore for the Bolts. Inbounding the ball is Olivia Smith underneath her own basket. Gets it into Mandiere. Mandiere will look to take it across that center line. Gets it over and gets it across. Spring Yagi from downtown is blocked. Ball on the baseline. Tried to be saved there by Thunder Basin, but unfortunately stepping out of bounds on that one. I believe that was Meadow Kuntz stepping out of bounds on the rebound. Spring Yagi cutting down the lane, receives the inbound pass, gets it over to Air. Air is going to drive down. She is going to be fouled. I believe no shot. We'll have to wait and see. The official is counting the shot. Foul will go against number 21, Gabby Drube. No shot, however. That was Drube's first foul, team's third of the first quarter here. Bradshaw throws it in. Olivia Smith turning, spinning, and winning on that one. Gets the Lyman Eagles their first points of the contest. 11-2 the score, however, and a downtown shot from Kuntz, and Kuntz banks it in. Meadow Kuntz using those extended hours for the banks on Friday to her advantage. She was about 2-3 feet behind the three-point arc as well, so a long ball. Still counts all the same as 3 points, but an impressive showing from Meadows early. Bradshaw tries to bank that one in as she drove down the lane. She is fouled, misses the shot, however, and will get 2 shots at the line. Or no, excuse me, they're going to call this one before the shot. The foul was called on Meadow Kuntz, but it is not a shooting foul, so Lyman has to inbound underneath the basket. And a timeout has been called by Jason Hansen, his second timeout. Jason Hansen doesn't like the fact that that was a foul on the floor, as do I. A peculiar call, but we'll rejoin the action here on mylocalradio.com after this commercial break.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com today.
Back to action here on mylocalradio.com. Jason Hansen calls the timeout, so he will set his offense up. It will be a Lyman inbounds underneath the basket. Full court pressure from the Thunder Basin High School girls basketball team. Something you'll expect to see for the majority, if not the entirety, of this contest. Swarming defense trying to create as much havoc as possible. McKinley Bradshaw banks it off the back of the defender, who turned around, throws it up off the window, no good. Cassidy Nelson in for the rebound. Cassidy Nelson will have an and one opportunity. So McKinley Bradshaw using a 100 IQ play right there, or 200 IQ play. The defender turned around, guarding the inbounder, exposing her back. Bradshaw banked it off her back, caught the ball in bounds and tried to lay it in. Missed the shot, however, but Cassie Nelson right there to get the hoop and the harm. Foul was called on Shelby Tartar, her first, team's 5th of the first half. Free throw, however, from Cassie Nelson is no good. But Thunder Basin with 5 fouls here in the first half, something to be worried about. And that ball is into the backcourt, a turnover, and the Lyman Eagles trying to cut this deficit to under 10 for the first time in a while here. Bryce Hansen checking back in. Cassie Nelson and Mandy Ayer out. Nicole Peden as well checking in. She will inbound. Looking to go to Bryce Hansen. Gets it to Bradshaw. Drop off to Peden, and Peden ran into a defender and traveled because of that. So a traveling violation called, and the Thunder Basin Bolts will go back on offense here with a 10-point advantage. A minute and a half left on the clock here in quarter number 1 of this 4A versus 3A affair. That one rolls off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by a Thunder Basin player, no good there. Another rebound, third try, and the third time is the charm for Thunder Basin. I believe it was Sydney Solom getting the 2 points there, and a traveling violation called on Nicole Peden as she picked up her dribble right across midcourt. Jason Hansen offering some words of advice to her. Never a smart idea to pick up your dribble right when you cross the center line, because it almost acts like as another defender. You can't go backwards any, because it would be an over and back. Spring Yagi defending, closes out well on that 3, and a foul is called on the rebound. Nicole Peden wraps it in. Foul was called against Abby Gear, I believe. It is her, and that will be her second foul. She was a little bit upset after that call, and she checks out. She will go back to her bench, where Brady Alutjin will have some words for her. 6th team foul. Shooting for the rest of the first half will be the Lyman Eagles on every foul. Bryce Hansen beat the defense down the court, could not finish, however, and here comes Thunder Basin trying to use some numbers of their own. That is Meadow Coons trying to bank it in, no good. Falls right to a Thunder Basin player who lays it up and gets fouled. A 3-point play for the Thunder Basin Bolts. I believe it will be Madison Miller going to the free throw line. The foul was called on Bryce Hansen, her second, team's 4th of the first half. So 10 fouls racking up here for both teams in quarter number 1. It is something that you would expect when a 4A team plays a 3A team. We saw it when Star Valley played Mountain View yesterday. And their coaches had said that, yeah, it's something that we have to talk to our team about. In 4A, they kind of let some things go more often than not. And some of these touch fouls are called in the 3A level. So it's just an intensity level where they are called. And speaking of intensity level, McKinley Bradshaw back dribbles behind her back. And a foul is called as a Thunder Basin Bolt player ran into her from behind. And McKinley Bradshaw will earn herself a trip to the free throw line. A 1-and-1 opportunity here. 19-4 the score. Score looks a lot uglier than it feels. And Bradshaw makes the first. Chance to get herself on the scoreboard again here. Jason Hansen calling out a play to his team after this free throw, which is made by McKinley Bradshaw, and that is a pressure set here for the Lyman Eagles. It is taken away at midcourt. Lyman Eagles get it. That is Bryce Hansen, who pulls up for 3. Bryce Hansen misses it. Olivia Smith, however, pulls down the rebound. Over to Spring Yagi on the right side. Back to Smith. Throwing it inside to McKinley Bradshaw. Bradshaw spinning. Cannot get that one to drop. And here come the Bolts. Right down the lane is Madison Miller. Through some contact. No call. And the ball is dropped out of bounds off of, I believe it was Miller again. And Lyman will have it with 7 seconds on the clock here. Chance to maybe get one more shot off before the end of the quarter. McKinley Bradshaw catches it, races down the court, trying to step up, and no good. Falls right to Mandy Ayer, who lays it in at the buzzer, and that will be the end of quarter number 1. Mandy Ayer with a buzzer beater lays it in, and 19-8 is the score here from Uinta County. The Gillette-based Thunder Basin Bolts team coming in here trying to get a road victory before we go into Afton tomorrow.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Lyman Eagles will have possession here to start the second quarter of action. Thunder Basin took about 15 seconds of their minute in between the quarters. Head coach Brady Luchen, obviously not a lot to talk to her team about. Maybe a pleased coach by 11 after one quarter of play. Nearly stolen away. Bryce Hanson winds up with it. Tries to throw it down low to Olivia Smith. Olivia Smith kind of leaning, fading away. Could not get that shot to go. Mandiere ties up the Thunder Basin Bolt player, Molly Strube, underneath the basket. And Thunder Basin comes away with it on the possession arrow. So 10 seconds into the second quarter. Just a reminder, Lyman will be shooting on every foul for the remainder of the first half, thanks to picking up 7 fouls on the Thunder Basin team in the first quarter. On the outside, Meadow Kuhn driving down the lane, lays it up, no good. Rebound pulled down, however, and Mandiere nearly tried to poke it away from Madison Miller, but could not. In the corner with it. McKinley Bradshaw defending on the post. Layup is short, however, pulled down by a Thunder Basin player. And another offensive rebound here. Madison Miller goes up, comes up short on that one, and Olivia Smith able to pull down the rebound. Bryce Hanson 2-on-2 with Mandiere on the other way, pulls it up, gets it back out to Olivia Smith at the top of the key. McKinley Bradshaw with it, puts the ball over her head, gets it over to Mandiere, looking to go to her left. Air picks up her dribble, gets back to Smith. Inside, McKinley Bradshaw using that size advantage. So far tonight, they've had a size advantage. Shelby Tarter, 5'9", has been matched up with McKinley Bradshaw a lot here on this offensive end for Lyman. And because of that, McKinley Bradshaw, listed at 5'11", has been using that size and that skill to really post up and call for the ball. Once she gets it, she knows what to do with it. And she earns a trip to the free throw line for a 1-and-1, makes the first. One more on the way for Bradshaw. Chance to cut this to a single-digit deficit once again. And that's what Bradshaw does. The score now 19-10. Thunder Basin a 9-point advantage here. And a timeout for Brady Luchen. So Brady maybe sensing some of that momentum going away from her team. She's going to take a timeout. We will too on MyLocalRadio.com.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Back to action here from Uinta County and Lyman High School, where the Lady Eagles are on the court, trailing 19-10 here. 6:50 to play in quarter number 2. McKinley Bradshaw so far trying to lead her team to a victory against this 4A opponent. Just a reminder, they beat 4 4A teams at the Flaming Gorge Invitational last month, did Lyman, so no stranger to playing against some 4A teams, but Thunder Basin, a different animal. One of the best, or one of the better 4A opponents you'll see. And Bryce Hansen pulls down the rebound if that long three is no good from Thunder Basin. Man the air with it, near midcourt. Looking to go to her left, she picks up her dribble, spinning around, looking to get it to Bryce Hansen, and she does. Bryce Hansen dribbling back out towards midcourt, spins. Good defense so far in this possession from the Bolts. Bradshaw picks up her dribble, gets it over to Smith. Madison Miller defending in the corner. Smith literally just jumps up in the air, falling out of bounds, and just throws it away. And a turnover leads to a transition basket there for the Thunder Basin Bolts. There's one set downside to Olivia Smith's game. Maybe that's something she needs to work out. She just has a tendency to jump up, leave her feet, and try to make a pass, cross-court pass, as she did there. Running out of options, she threw it away. Bryce Hansen moving towards her right. Gets it inside to McKinley Bradshaw. Bradshaw pumps, drives down the lane, drops it off to Cassidy Nelson. Cassidy Nelson lays it up off the window, and good. 21-12 the score with 5:15 on the clock. Before halftime, that lead sitting at 9 here for the Bolts. In the corner, looking to extend that lead, no good. Olivia Smith pulls down the rebound, gets it over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw looking to run, will push that pace, and right through the hands of Air. Saved momentarily, but right to Thunder Basin. And now Thunder Basin has a 2-on-2 going the other way. Madison Miller cutting through the defense. Madison Miller is fouled, and she will go to the free throw line. So Madison Miller's done a good job tonight for the Thunder Basin Bolts as far as getting to the line, getting to the basket, drawing some contact. This will be her 7th and 8th free throws respectively. And the first is good. So Madison Miller has not only gotten the opportunities at the free throw line, but she has also made them tonight for this Thunder Basin Bolt team. Second free throw from Miller on the way, and it is good. Nothing but net. A smooth stroke there from Madison Miller. Brooke Conklin checking back in for the Bolts. 5'9" sophomore, and that one's thrown away. Cassidy Nelson threw it to nowhere. Bryce Hansen was moving the opposite direction when she tossed that pass in. Bradshaw steals it away, however, and that goes off the hands of Spring Yagi. A little bit behind Yagi, who's cutting towards the Thunder Basin basket. In the corner again, Meadow Coons long on that one. She's been a little bit too powerful in some of her outside shots tonight, but a rebound goes right to Thunder Basin. In the corner again, that is Thunder Basin with the rebound. I believe that's Conklin. Conklin on the left wing. Gets it inside, thrown back out up top. Marissa Jordan, no good on that shot. Bryce Hansen pulls down the rebound. Hansen throws it up. Nicole Peedham with it. Trying to corral the dribble, cannot make that shot. However, it goes right to Bryce Hansen on the three-point line. Open shooter, and she makes him pay. That is the best time to get a three, is off of an offensive rebound, and that's why, because the defense collapses in towards the paint. Sometimes you lose perspective of where the shooters are. Bryce Hansen was just kind of waiting on the three-point line, got the ball out to her, and made the open shot. Bryce Hansen travels on that one on the rebound. She was kind of off balance, losing her footing, and she went to the ground with the ball, which is a traveling violation. I believe we got a timeout here. Yes, a timeout for Jason Hansen. So 3 timeouts called in the first half for Jason Hansen. He's running out of timeouts, but his team down by 8. He needs to talk it over. We're going to take it. We are going to talk it over too on mylocalradio.com. Please join us for the remainder of this first half action from the Thunder Basin Bolts and the Lyman Eagles.
If you can't give your dentist a 5-star rating, then you ought to consider making your next dental appointment with Dr. McKay Frankham. One patient said, "The best experience I've ever had at a dentist." Other customer comments include 5 stars plus. And not only is Dr. Frankham the best dentist I've ever been to, but I can actually afford to have dental work done by Dr. Frankham. Make your next dental visit a 5-star experience. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Back here in Uinta County at Lyman High School, where the Thunder Basin Bolts from Gillette enjoying an 8-point advantage, and McKinley Bradshaw maybe taking out some frustration on that drive. Smothering that one out of bounds. Back to Thunder Basin, however. Inside, Nicole Peden defending. Defender got right around her, and Thunder Basin lays it in. McInerney with the basket for the Bolts. 10-point advantage. Lyman trailing here, however, trying to fight their way back into it in this first half. Down by as many as 15. And that one's out of bounds. McKinley Bradshaw had the right idea, trying to get it into Olivia Smith. Flat position on the Thunder Basin defender, but just a little bit too hot to handle. Ball was knocked off of the hands of Smith and out of play. Approaching 3 minutes left in half number one. Thunder Basin 25 points. They had 19 after the first quarter, so their offensive productivity has slowed down a bit here, but they still have a 10-point advantage. Looked to be a travel there from Thunder Basin, not called as the Thunder Basin ball handler went to the ground with the ball. Inside, nice cut there. However, the pass goes over the head of Regan McInerney, the junior. On the outside, Thunder Basin for 3. That shot is no good. Peden wraps down the rebound. Thunder Basin player hits the deck, and a foul is called, I believe, against that Thunder Basin player. I believe it's going to be Megan Miller. Or Madison Miller, excuse me. Madison Miller picks up the foul. A 5'10 senior, her first, only the 9th foul, however, so just a 1-and-1, not a 2-shot foul. And Nicole Peden makes the first, so she earns another free throw. And lead down to 9 here for Thunder Basin. Mandier coming in for Bryce Hansen. Chance to get this deficit to 8 for the Eagles. Bradshaw in to get a rebound, wraps it up, and Thunder Basin takes it away. So Thunder Basin comes away with it, up by 9, under 3 to play in half number one. Driving to the basket, on the baseline, gets it out to a teammate. Driving down the lane, shot is no good. Rebound, however, is inside, pulled down by Thunder Basin. That second opportunity is no good. Sydney Solom missed the shot, and that's a missed shot from Lyman down low. Nicole Peden with the rebound, hits the deck. No foul called, and she misses it from in close. Thunder Basin a 2-on-1 the other way, and they miss the opportunity from in close. McKinley Bradshaw has some numbers. If she pushes it down the court, that's what she does. Bradshaw turning, spinning to Air, and Air lays it in. That deficit down to the lowest it's been since the first quarter. It is 25-18, a 7-point lead for the Thunder Basin Bolts. The Lyman Eagles have really found their groove here in this second quarter, and an offensive foul is called against Thunder Basin. Head coach Brady Lucian trying to get something going. Looks down her bench, talking to some of the players on the bench right now. Clearly not pleased at how her team had built up a substantial lead and has seen it diminish as time has gone on here in the second quarter, but that's all credit to Jason Hansen and his team being aggressive, trying to beat that full court press down the court before he's able to set up. It's been a huge part of this comeback for the Lyman Eagles is that transition offense. Easiest time to score is when the defense is not set up, and that's what Lyman has been doing tonight. Ball is knocked away. Tried to get it inside to Olivia Smith. However, Thunder Basin was ready for the challenge and knocked it away. Baseline jumper is wide, no good. McKinley Bradshaw with the rebound. Bradshaw racing it up the right sideline. Slows it down just a bit here, and with 1.5 to play, 90 seconds on the clock. Bradshaw is up top, trying to clear it out, maybe go one-on-one. Bradshaw, deep three. Bradshaw off the back rim, no good. So maybe just overpowered that three a little bit too much. Olivia Smith hit the deck near midcourt, trying to recover, gets back on defense. Back out up top, Madison Miller for three. Madison Miller can't get her three opportunity to go. Rebound comes underneath, and a rebound for McKinley Bradshaw as that shot was short. That was Reagan McInerney missing the shot from in close. In the corner, Olivia Smith with it. Under 60 seconds to play. Bradshaw spinning, gets it over to Cassie Nelson. Blocked, however, falling out of bounds. Thunder Basin saves it right to Spring Yagi, who gets it over to McKinley Bradshaw, and Bradshaw lays it in. The deficit now at 5, and the Lyman crowd into it here as their team trying to make this a one-possession game. Bradshaw draws a block, and the crowd gets up on their feet. They do not like that call at all. Bradshaw looked to be in position to draw a charge. However, it did not go their way. Jason Hansen turns around, looks at his daughter, and starts laughing. Only the 6th foul, however, on Lyman in the first half, so no shooting foul, no free throws, I guess we could say. And the foul was against McKinley Bradshaw, her second, but she remains in. A key player for this team, can't really afford to rest her that often. Bradshaw pokes that one away from Madison Miller on the baseline. Nicole Peden checking in for McKinley Bradshaw, so maybe Jason Hansen doing a offense to defense sub here. Doesn't want Bradshaw picking up a foul on defense here. Mandier on defense as Abby Gear drives down the left side of the lane. Gear backboard rim and in with 20 seconds to play. Lyman Eagles will look to have the final shot of the quarter and the first half here with 15 seconds. Air in the backcourt, turned over, and nice pump fake there for Thunder Basin, and with 4 seconds to go, Lyman needs to inbound and get it in quickly. Clock's still moving. Mandier doesn't realize, and that's how the first half ends. So a 9-point deficit as we go into the break. The Lyman Eagles fought back from an early deficit, did not score for the first 5 minutes in this contest, and because of that, the Lyman Eagles trail at halftime 29-20. So the Gillette team, Thunder Basin Bolts, trying to come in and control the pace. They lead by 9 on the road here in Uinta County for the first time ever for a basketball game. The team from Gillette. We're going to take a timeout too on mylocalradio.com. Please join us for the halftime show after this commercial break.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
At the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com today.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Back here in Uinta County at Lyman High School, where the Thunder Basin Bolts are enjoying a 9-point advantage at the break. The Lyman Eagles boys game to follow. After this one, the Thunder Basin Bolts boys team out on the court getting some shots in as the halftime festivities were going on here at Lyman High School. The girls team coached by Brady Lutgen of the Thunder Basin High School girls basketball team. The head coach for the boys team is Rory Williams, so I'll talk to Rory after this game and before the boys game as they look to get everything ready and set to go. Thunder Basin, if you're wondering maybe why they're here playing in Uinta County at Lyman High School, for the first time ever in a boys basketball matchup, or a girls basketball matchup as well. That is because they had a couple games short on their schedule, so they decided to make a trip, or they had a scheduled trip to Afton, Wyoming on Saturday. There's tomorrow. And they decided, hey, well, let's make an entire trip out of it instead of just a one-day excursion out to Afton. So they are playing against Star Valley tomorrow, but they decided, hey, we could maybe try to get another team on the schedule around here. So Evanston was already booked up. They have a game against Lyman tomorrow and a game tonight against Mountain View. So Evanston was out of the picture as a 4A opponent, but Lyman was over here. So the activities director, I guess we could say, of Thunder Basin, Tom Siemens, made the call over to Jason Hansen, activities director of Lyman High School, obviously the girls basketball coach as well, made a call over to Hansen, and they set this matchup up. So it's a good opportunity for these teams to play each other. Obviously, Thunder Basin, a 4A school playing the 3A school, they probably did not need to gain as much from this game, obviously playing down in a class. But Lyman, one of the top girls teams in the Class 3A, a top 5 team, so it's not like they're playing a team that they could easily handle, and the Lyman Eagles have fought their way through this one and proven that they are ready for the task. Obviously, Lyman has a tough task in beating a 4A school. One of the better 4A schools at that is Thunder Basin. So Thunder Basin without one of their starters, however, tonight. Peyton McGrath, 5'5" junior for this team, is not playing. She had a stress fracture, I believe. Brady Lutgen told me before the game, and she had to get a pin in her ankle or her leg, her lower body, and she is out. Hopefully for not the remainder of the season, but she'll hopefully rejoin the team sometime in conference play. Should be a key factor in this team's ability to make it back to the state playoffs, and then obviously a chance to win down the road. So the Lyman Eagles and the Thunder Basin Bolts team getting ready to get set for second half action from Uinta County and Lyman High School. We're going to take one short break. Join us for the second half action on mylocalradio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Well, we are getting ready to get set for second half action from Lyman High School, where the boys and the girls basketball teams are meeting for the first time in a basketball matchup in school history. Nice little tidbit for you there. If you're watching from home or watching from Gillette, we really do appreciate you wherever you may be tuning in from. Wyoming, Oklahoma, all the way out to the East Coast or the West Coast, or maybe across the pond. We really do appreciate each and every listener and viewer of this stream. Just a reminder, I'm Sean Bennett. I broadcast the Lyman Eagles and Mountain View girls and boys basketball teams and follow their action throughout the year. So if you're interested in ever watching a Mountain View or Lyman Eagle basketball game, tune into mylocalradio.com. We have every single game being broadcast, as long as they're not playing at the same time. Obviously, I can't be in two places at once. That is why Jake Hibbard, our Evanston-based broadcaster, is at the Mountain View Evanston game. So if you're interested in watching that, wondering where that is, go back to our website, go to Evanston Red Devils, and he'll have that stream. Getting ready to inbound here for the second half. Lyman has possession of it in the backcourt. Olivia Smith with it on the left wing. Spring Yagi cutting towards the basket. Dishes it out to McKinley Bradshaw for three. Bradshaw unable to hit from downtown. And Thunder Basin has it going the other way. So Lyman unable to score out of the break. That lead remains at 9 for Thunder Basin. It's Madison Miller driving down the lane, and that one is a charge taken by McKinley Bradshaw. So McKinley Bradshaw was called for a block earlier in the game, trying to take a charge. This time she got in front of it and does draw the charge. I believe that will be Madison Miller with a foul. It is Madison Miller, her second foul, first team foul of the second half. Just a reminder, Thunder Basin picked up 10 fouls in the first half, so you have to watch with any foul trouble. That inbounds pass is intercepted, however, by Regan McInerney, and McInerney is going to the free throw line for 2 shots. Bad inbounds pass led to the interception. And the first free throw is no good, so that lead remains at 9 for the Bolts. Second free throw is up, and that is no good long, but it falls right in the hands of Madison Miller. Miller kicks it back out to her teammate underneath. Back right underneath the basket is McInerney, but blocked by McKinley Bradshaw. Olivia Smith winds up with it, gets it back to Bradshaw, and here the Eagles come trying to open up the scoring in the second half. This was our halftime score, 29-20. Bradshaw step back three. Bradshaw, no, just off the left side of the rim. Looked good from my vantage point, but just was a little bit offline. Ball thrown underneath, saved, and no, it was not saved as the ball was out of bounds, or the Thunder Basin player was out of bounds, I believe, when she touched the ball. That was Abby Gier. Mandier working towards her left, over to Olivia Smith. Olivia Smith throws it in to McKinley Bradshaw. Bradshaw kicks it out to Bryce Hansen on the wing for three. Bryce Hansen, no good on that shot. Rebound pulled down by Thunder Basin. Walking it down the court for three on that one, no good, but right into the hands of Gier. Gier works around Bradshaw, no good on that shot. Bradshaw rips it away, and she will look to push the pace. Bradshaw back dribbling, cutting through the lane, puts it up off the glass, off the rim, and it rolls in. A shooter's roll there for Bradshaw. 29-22, the first points of the second half. That shot is no good. Pulled down by Spring Yagi. And McKinley Bradshaw, baseball pass down the court. Gets it up over to her teammate. Shelby Tarter coming in for the Bolts. That shot is no good from the Thunder Basin Bolts. Okay. Bryce Hansen with the ball. Sorry about that. Sorry for the camera issue there. 1 second. Apologies, just have another broadcaster coming in, so I had to move some of my equipment. Olivia Smith gets the ball knocked out of her hands, and coming the other way is Thunder Basin, but they turn it over at midcourt. McKinley Bradshaw with it, gets over to Olivia Smith. Olivia Smith off the window, no good. Rebound for Thunder Basin, coming the opposite direction is Shelby Tarter, and she gets it over to her teammate. 4-3 on that one, and that is a three ball from Shelby Tarter from downtown. And that lead back to 10 in a double-digit lead for the Thunder Basin Bolts. Bryce Hansen with it, trying to get it across the center line, and does. Some fierce defense here from Thunder Basin. Bradshaw winds up with it, taps the ball to herself. Bradshaw working along the baseline drive, right into the hands of a Thunder Basin player, and a turnover as, I believe that is Meadow Kuntz winds up with it. Drive through the lane there, and that's Shelby Tarter going to the free throw line after a foul has been called. 2 shots coming for Thunder Basin. Second free throw coming in for Thunder Basin here. And that shot is no good. McKinley Bradshaw pulls down the rebound. She's coming the opposite way with it. And Spring Yagi comes down with the ball and grabs that. Puts it up for 2 more points for her team. McKinley Bradshaw wrapping down that rebound, and a foul was called. I believe it's going to go against Thunder Basin. It will. Cassidy Nelson with the ball, inbounding on the baseline. Foul was called on Molly Strube, her first of the second half, or first of the game, the second of the second half for the Thunder Basin Bolts. Bradshaw working her way down the court, loses it momentarily, but able to be corralled. Bryce Hansen with it, and a timeout, Jason Hansen. We're going to take the timeout, too, on mylocalradio.com.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
Back here on mylocalradio.com, McKinley Bradshaw with it, throws it inside to Cassie Nelson on the right wing, in the right corner with it is Spring Yagi. Did not miss anything. Bryce Hansen with the ball near midcourt, dribbling, trying to get it to a teammate, picks up her dribble. Cassie Nelson, nice backdoor cut there, tries to get by her defender, and the ball's knocked out of her hands, out of bounds. It will remain Lyman Eagle ball. And the ball knocked out of McKinley Bradshaw's hands. It's going to be a turnover. Taking this one across midcourt is Thunder Basin. An 8-point lead here. It has been a close one throughout. Lyman has not cut it to under 5 points in the second half, however. That was the shortest deficit they have faced since the first quarter. And a nice backdoor cut there from Abby Gier, excuse me. Gets 2 points. Bradshaw being doubled in the backcourt, trying to fight through her trap, and I believe a foul is going to be called against Thunder Basin. Foul will go against Reagan McInerney of Thunder Basin. Her second, team's third. Inbounds to Bradshaw. Bradshaw races down the court, tries to beat that trap down there, and she does. The hoop and the harm for McKinley Bradshaw as she put a Thunder Basin defender on her back. It was Madison Miller who got charged with the foul. Bradshaw made the basket and scored. We'll have a chance at a 3-point play on mylocalradio.com. Free throw is up and good, so it's back to a 7-point game here. Thunder Basin trying to extend that lead once again. Just over the hands of Peden on defense there, but it is knocked away this time. Peden comes out with it, trying to race down the court, does not have numbers, pulls up, stops. Bryce Hansen on the right side, baseline jumper, no good. Rolls out there, and Thunder Basin's coming the opposite direction. Driving down the left side of the lane, that one's thrown up and pushed from behind is a Thunder Basin player. I believe it's going to be a non-shooting foul. Happened on the floor. Couple substitutions coming in for both teams. Spring Yagi checking out for Mandy Ayer. Bryce Hansen checking out for Olivia Smith. Foul, by the way, was called on Lyman Cassidy Nelson. Her first, team's fourth of the second half. Inbound to Meadow. Meadow no good on that shot, and a foul is called on the rebound. And the Thunder Basin foul on the rebound. They're going to get out Abby Agier with the foul. That is her third foul, so our first player with 3 fouls in this contest. McKinley Bradshaw over to Olivia Smith. Smith dribbling it, moving towards her right now, and she loses the ball just on the dribble there. Agier with the takeaway. She drops it off to her teammate. 3 ball. And that is good. Lyman, nobody stepped out, and a 3 hit from Thunder Basin gets that lead back to 10. McKinley Bradshaw, back dribble, behind her back, gets it outside. That is Nicole Peden. Up, under, no good on that shot. Cassie Nelson throws it up off the glass on the offensive rebound and scores. The deficit back to 8 here for the Eagles. So the Eagles keeping it at single digits for the most part in the second half. The 3 ball there is wide, no good. Rebound pulled down by Thunder Basin. Underneath, McKinley Bradshaw wraps it up, takes it away, and here she comes down the court. Bradshaw right down the middle, cuts through 3 defenders, lays it up off the window, no good. Olivia Smith is pushed from behind on the rebound, puts it up off the glass, and she gets an and 1. So now things are getting really interesting. The lead for Thunder Basin down to 6. Olivia Smith can make this a 5-point game if she hits the and 1 free throw. Foul was called against Reagan McInerney, her third, 6th team foul. So just like in the first half, Thunder Basin will be picking up a lot of fouls, and now Lyman will be shooting for a quarter plus on every single foul. In the corner, back up top. That was Meadow Kuntz with it. 3 ball no good by Gier, pulled down by Lyman, and they have a chance to make this a 1-possession game with a 3 ball with about a minute to play in quarter number 3. Bradshaw steps back, almost thought about a 3 there, did not take it. Cassie Nelson rolls off the pick, and that is no good. Rebound pulled down by Thunder Basin. They're looking to get it up the court with some numbers, and that layup is no good. 4 Lyman players, no one went after the ball. Eventually Mandy Air comes away with it, and McKinley Bradshaw with it now. Bradshaw dribbling it, trying to drop it off to Air, picked up her dribble. She's kind of stuck here, gets it over to Air. Air rips through, drives down the lane, and throws it off of a Thunder Basin player out of bounds. So Lyman Eagles trying to work here. Down by 6, can get it to a 1-possession game with a 3. 30.8 left in quarter number 3. Olivia Smith, bounce pass to Bradshaw, back to Smith, and she is fouled from behind. A Thunder Basin player rotated in late. I believe that was Molly Strube coming in from behind to commit the foul. Was a shooting foul, but that is the 7th team foul. So, as I said before, Lyman is in the bonus for the rest of the game. But a 2-shot foul here for Olivia Smith, and she makes the first. Chance to make this a 4-point game. Foul on Strube was her 2nd. No need to worry about foul trouble as far as Strube goes. And that second free throw is no good. Falls right into the hands of Cassie Nelson. A free throw line jumper for Olivia Smith, no good. Pulled out to Olivia Spring Yagi for 3, no good. Crowd would have erupted had that one gone down. Olivia Smith with the rebound on the left wing. Back to Bradshaw up top. No one guarding her. Bradshaw steps through. Short on the layup. Second opportunity for Bradshaw. She lays it in. The bench jumps up and down. And with 5 seconds to go, it's a 3-point game. Thunder Basin doesn't see the clock. They're going to have to put up a shot here. They do not get a shot off. That's how the third quarter ends. And on mylocalradio.com, that is the score, 37-34 after 3 quarters. This one getting interesting on mylocalradio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
So the pep band is here and ready to go. The anticipation has climaxed here as we get ready to start our fourth quarter of action. The intensity in this gym has only picked up here in the second half of this whiteout for the Lyman Eagles. They have cut a 9-point halftime deficit down to 3. This is the lowest the lead has been since it was 4-0 for the Thunder Basin Bolts. That one kicked out on the outside. Looked like Thunder Basin was an attempt at 3. They did not. Passed up on the shot was McInerney in the corner. Thunder Basin with it now. Back to that corner. That is Tarter. Intercepted down low. Cassie Nelson with it. Gets it over to Spring Yagi. Spring Yagi doesn't have the numbers, so she will stop the action. Get it out to her teammate Olivia Smith. Olivia Smith driving down the lane, nearly got a three-point play that could have tied things up, but instead she will go to the free throw line to cut this to a 1-point game on mylocalradio.com. Things getting very anxious for head coach Brady Lutgen. She was seen pushing a player during that huddle, during our timeout, our last timeout, trying to get in her players' heads and let them know that she does not want her team to lose this one. And they have led throughout. They have not surrendered the lead at any point, but it has gotten really close here in the fourth quarter. Olivia Smith makes it a 2-point game. In the corner, underneath, McKinley Bradshaw takes it away, and Lyman can take the lead with a 3 for the first time tonight. 7 minutes to play. This is the first time in school history that Thunder Basin has come to Uinta County and Lyman High School. Maybe they're regretting this trip right about now because the Lyman Eagles have put up a heck of a fight in this one. Cassie Nelson gets it back out to Spring Yagi. Spring Yagi up top looking to go somewhere with it. A offensive foul, or a 3-second violation, excuse me. A 3-second violation called on the Lyman Eagles there. On the outside, that is Madison Miller with it. Miller gets by the defense and lays it up, lays it in. And it's back to a 4-point game here on mylocalradio.com. Apologies for our scoreboard. As I said, there's another broadcaster coming in and he's setting stuff on the table. So let's knock our scoreboard camera off kilter. A traveling violation called there. Officials gathering together here. They might be changing a call. I'm not exactly sure what the conversation is. Seems to me they have figured out whatever issue was halting play there. Officials coming over to talk to head coach Jason Hansen. Ball thrown down low on the baseline, turning around, getting it back out to Jeer at the 3-point line. Madison Miller with it at the 3-point line, and she comes up with nothing but air on that one. Bradshaw gets the rebound, and she will take it across that center line. Bradshaw back dribbles. And that one is no good. The crowd oohed and awed after that one. Nearly dropped for Bradshaw. But instead, it is a 4-point game from 3 on the outside. Well long there, but because it was so long, Thunder Basin in with the rebound. Down low, turning, spinning, and winning on that one is Molly Strube. back just like that, that lead now back at 6 points here with 5:15 to play in quarter number 4. Bryce Hansen moving towards her left. Picks up her dribble, gets it over to Peden up top. Peden dropping it off down low to McKinley Bradshaw, who spins and throws it up off the window, and good. A timeout called for Jason Hansen. I believe this is his last timeout if my stat keeping is all good. A full timeout we're going to take it to on mylocalradio.com.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Back to action here at Lyman High School as Thunder Basin inbounds. 5 minutes remaining. This one a 4-point game. That one stolen at midcourt. It's an easy layup for Spring Yagi racing down the court, and she converts. It's a 2-point game. Thunder Basin driving, knocked away. Bryce Hansen has a runner in front of her. Spring Yagi down the lane is fouled with a chance to tie the game. Second free throw up and no good. A foul is called. It will go against the Lyman Eagles. So a chance to tie the game goes by the wayside there for the Lyman Eagles. Not able to convert at the free throw line. They had 2 opportunities. Thunder Basin inbounding underneath their own basket. 4:20 left on the clock. 41-39. The Lyman Eagles have not led at all in this game, but they have come close here in this final quarter, trailing by only 2 points. Bradshaw on defense. Cassie Nelson nearly got a takeaway, but got her hand in there and wrapped up the ball, and Cassidy Nelson remains on the floor. It looked like her knee might have gotten hyperextended on that one. She also, believed, took a shot to the face. And she nods over to her head coach, Jason Hansen, signaling she is okay to remain in the game. A little bit of a limp, but hopefully Cassie Nelson remains okay. 6 fouls for the Lyman Eagles, so for the rest of the game, both teams shooting free throws on every foul. Cutting through the lane on the outside, pulling up, free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound for McKinley Bradshaw. 3:55 to play on mylocalradio.com. The 3A Lyman Eagles trying to pull off a miraculous upset here of the 4A Thunder Basin Bolts, one of the top teams in the 4A classification. On the outside, Spring Yagi over to Bradshaw for the first lead of the game. Bradshaw rims it out, no good. Here comes Thunder Basin going the other way, trying to push it with some numbers. On the outside, 4-3. That one is up, and that is no good. Knocked out of bounds. And I believe it's going to remain with Thunder Basin. Inside, no shot there. An offensive foul has been called, and Lyman has a chance to take the lead. Inbounding underneath their own basket. Cassie Nelson trying to throw it in. Gets it over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw in the backcourt. 3:15 to play. 2-point game. The Eagles can take their first lead of the contest with a 3. Can tie it with a 2. Bradshaw in the free throw line. Drops it off. Spring Yagi. Too hard off the window. Bradshaw with the rebound. Hits the deck. No foul called. Bryce Hansen for 3 and the lead. No good. McKinley Bradshaw down low with the rebound. She is fouled. And Thunder Basin has a chance. Lyman, has a chance to tie Thunder Basin at the free throw line. It will be Wyoming basketball star, future star, McKinley Bradshaw at the line for 2 shots. 4 fouls called on Abby Jeer. 1 more and her night will be over. One more free throw. And that is no good. Thunder Basin pulls down the rebound. They will look to advance the ball down the court. A 1-point lead for the Bolts. Down low, nice cut. Bradshaw tried to block the defender. Got a lot of arm there, and a foul was called. So Thunder Basin a chance here to grow that lead back from 1 point back to 2 or 3 points if both free throws are made here. It will be a 2-shot foul because that was a shooting foul. Jason Hansen urging his team to box out. And that one is converted on the first attempt there. 1 more free throw on the way for Thunder Basin. 42-40. Thunder Basin, the guests on the scoreboard, have not surrendered the lead at any point tonight. Scored the first points of the game, and they have led throughout. Second free throw, however, is missed. Bryce Hansen with the rebound and a chance to once again tie the game or take the lead for Lyman, looking for their first lead against the 4A Thunder Basin Bolts. Mandier with the ball on the top of the key. Has not dribbled yet. Have to be careful for 5 seconds, and exactly what I had just mentioned. Mandier was just standing there with the ball, waiting for somebody to come to her. She looked very uncomfortable with the ball there, and because she was being so closely guarded, you only have 5 seconds to do something with it, and she did nothing with it, so a 5-second violation has been called. Thunder Basin with the ball, 2-point lead, 2:25 on the clock. In the corner, pump fake, driving the baseline there. Bradshaw straight up on defense, and a foul was called against Lyman. That is a unlucky foul there. Bradshaw looked like she might have had the rebound, but... And the foul, by the way, is called against McKinley Bradshaw. That is her 4th. 1 more foul, and McKinley Bradshaw will be fouled out of this contest. It is a 1-and-1 free throw situation right here for the Thunder Basin Bolts. I think it was called on the rebound. They said McKinley Bradshaw pushed one of the Bolt players. First free throw up and good. A shooter's roll there off the back rim and in. And the lead now at 3. .2:15 to play on the clock here. Quarter number 4. Second free throw up and second free throw good. A timeout for Brady Lutjen. We're going to stay right here after 2 made free throws from Molly Strube. Strube, a 6'4" junior, trying to use that experience on the court. Gets it back to a 2-possession game. .2:16 on the clock. Lyman will be inbounding the ball underneath their own basket. The Eagles trying to pull off a marquee upset here, a big upset of the 4A Thunder Basin Bolts. The Bolts, I believe, are 10-2 on the year. This will be a big program win for the Lyman Eagles, and especially in front of this home crowd. The first ever time that the Thunder Basin Bolts have traveled into Uinta County to play a basketball game. They have a game scheduled against Star Valley in Afton tomorrow, so they wanted to make a trip out of it. They are playing tonight in Uinta County. They're going to travel on to Afton tonight and play the Star Valley Braves tomorrow afternoon. McKinley Bradshaw with the ball near midcourt, gets it back to Air. Air, ball above her head, gets it back to Bradshaw. Bradshaw trying to drive the baseline, kicks it all the way out to Bryce Hansen. Ball was a little bit too high, so she was not able to catch and shoot, but it's back to Bradshaw in the left corner. Bradshaw tried to go back to Air, nearly intercepted, but into the hands of Air. Spring Yagi gets it into Olivia Smith. Olivia Smith traveled with it. Looked like the Thunder Basin defense had her wrapped up pretty good there. Bradshaw had to go up and get it, and because of that, she shuffled her feet. And with 1:47 to go, Thunder Basin, a two-possession game here. Bradshaw steps in front of that one, not able to intercept the pass. Thunder Basin on the other side of the court, they lay it in. So Thunder Basin beats the pressure down the court, and it's back to a 6-point game. The Lyman Eagles trying to keep this one interesting down the stretch. Olivia Smith short on the baseline jumper there, went after her own shot, could not get it. And that one, a foul is called. Looked like a quick foul call from that official. As looked like Olivia Smith was going after the ball there, nearly had it wrapped up. Would be possession towards Lyman, so the foul, a key one there. Only the 9th foul on the team. However, it is the 4th on Olivia Smith, so one more and she is gone from this game. But a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Thunder Basin. Lyman needs to box out on this rebound if she were to miss this free throw. First free throw is up and good, so she earns one more at the line. Reagan McInerney trying to put this thing away. It was a 1-point game for the Lyman Eagles. Perhaps, just perhaps, their opportunity has been wasted. Bradshaw for 3, step back, and she's got it. Crowd gets up on their feet after that long ball from Bradshaw, and it's back to a 4-point game. So McKinley Bradshaw not willing to give up just about yet. However, she has 4 fouls, so you have to be careful who fouls if that's what Lyman is indeed trying to do. Mandy Air on defense at the top. Bryce Hansen defending McInerney. Back up top, and Spring Yagi let the defender, or let the ball handler go right by her. However, Meadow Kuntz was fouled as she entered the lane. It looked like the lane had parted for her and kind of held up and waited to be fouled. With 56.2, it is the 10th team foul, so it's a 2-shot foul for the remainder of this contest. Team from Gillette trying to make this a successful trip. Her first leg of this trip. That free throw is no good, so Kuntz misses the first. Olivia Smith back in for Cassidy Nelson. Have to box out here. Cannot let Thunder Basin get this rebound. Should Meadow Kuntz miss this free throw. Free throw is up. Free throw is good. So no box out needed on that one. However, it's a 5-point game. Inbound to McKinley Bradshaw racing up the near sideline. Bradshaw turns, shoots a 3, and she's got another one! McKinley Bradshaw from downtown has hit 2 in a row in the lead at 2. Ball tipped out of bounds there from the Lyman Eagles. And Lyman probably going to need to foul if they don't force a turnover soon here. Ball in the corner. I heard a whistle go off, and I believe it was Olivia Smith. If that is Olivia Smith's last foul, and she will be fouled out. It is against Olivia Smith, so she has fouled out. So the Lyman Eagles wasted about 15 seconds trying to foul there, and Olivia Smith eventually had to foul, but I think she was resistant to foul because she knew that she had 4 fouls. So Olivia Smith gets a round of applause, a standing ovation from the crowd. Jason Hansen talks it over with her. Nicole Peden takes her place on the court. 48-46, 35 seconds to go. Thunder Basin in the gray at the free throw line for 2 shots. First free throw, no good. Shelby Tarter will have one more chance, but even if she makes this, it's still a 1-possession game. Bradshaw has made the last 6 points off of 2 long threes from McKinley Bradshaw. So let's see if McKinley Bradshaw goes for another one here, or Lyman just tries to get a quick basket. Bradshaw being doubled in the backcourt. She will get it and cross over as she crosses midcourt. Crowd rises to its feet here. Bradshaw back dribbling, and she is fouled from 3. Bradshaw with a chance to tie it with 20 seconds to go. First free throw up. First free throw good. Second free throw from Bradshaw is short. Bradshaw missed it. I think she knew it right away because she was trying to put some legs into that one, but unfortunately for her, she missed it. 25 seconds. One more free throw for Bradshaw to cut it to a one-point game. Bradshaw makes the third, so 2 of 3 from Bradshaw. Thunder Basin inbounds it. Lyman trying to knock it away, and a foul is called. The ball was tipped away, but the foul came before the turnover. And Thunder Basin's going to get 2 free throws. Chance to make it once again a 3-point game with under 25 seconds to play now in this contest. 49-41 the score. First free throw, short to the right, no good. Madison Miller, one more free throw attempt here. Lyman has to box out if she were to miss this one and get the rebound. Second free throw up, second free throw good. So a 2-point game. Inbounds to Bradshaw in the backcourt. 2-point game. Bradshaw has scored the last 8 for her team. Bradshaw, who else? Drives down the lane, drops it off to freshman Bryce Hansen at the free throw line. Jumper is blocked with 8 seconds to go. Lyman needs to foul. Lyman needs to foul. Mandy Air taken away by McKinley Bradshaw, and a foul is called, and that will foul McKinley Bradshaw out of the contest. Wow. That official all night long has made some calls that the fans, the home fans, do not like. It has been that one official standing at midcourt right about now, and McKinley Bradshaw has fouled out of this contest with 3.4 on the clock. Lyman's going to use this opportunity to talk it over, use it as a semi-quasi timeout. Brady Lutgen tells her teammates to go over into the huddle because it is not an official timeout, so they have to meet on the court. So some of those Thunder Basin players snuck in there. But at the free throw line for 2 shots is Madison Miller. Madison Miller can put it away with 2 free throw makes on this possession. First free throw is good, so if she misses this, the clock will start right away, and Lyman's going to need a heave to win it at the or to tie it and send it to overtime. A free throw here, and this game is over. Madison Miller at the line. Second free throw is in. So Thunder Basin is able to escape a miracle comeback from the Lyman Eagles as Mandy Air sees the ball knocked out of her hand, and no foul is called. That is how the game ends. So 52-48, the final score. The Lyman home fans, however, rise to their feet. Thunder Basin fans cheering after that contest. A 52-48 victory. The Lyman Eagles come so close to a victory over a 4A school in Thunder Basin, coming in from Gillette. Stay tuned for the boys basketball action when Andrew Housekeeper, less Lyman Eagles, as Housekeeper is still out with the concussion, will look to take the court against the Thunder Basin boys basketball team. That's live on mylocalradio.com. Once again, wrapping it up, 52-48, the final score. Thunder Basin escapes with a win on this Friday night. Will the boys suffer a different fate? We'll have to find out on mylocalradio.com. Back here on MyLocalRadio.com where the Lyman Eagles and the Thunder Basin Bolts boys basketball teams will play each other here in just a few minutes. The Thunder Basin Bolts coming in from Gillette made a 6-hour drive today. Hopping off the bus, getting ready to play. Talked to Rory Williams as well as his assistant coaches Mike Curry and Donovan Voigt before this contest, and they said, yeah, it's something to worry about. A 6-hour bus ride is never the most pleasurable experience, the most fun experience for any team, but he hopes head coach Rory Williams hopes his team is ready to go, and then not only that, to compound that fact, his team has not played, I believe, since December of the 29th or the 30th, on that weekend of the 29th to 30th. So they have gone about 11, 12 days here since playing, almost 2 weeks since playing a real basketball game with real minutes. So that'll be something to watch out for in this boys basketball game. Also spoke with Kevin Lueck at length before the girls basketball game. When he was up in the bleachers, he came and was gracious enough to spend a few minutes with me, and he had said that he is really going to slow this pace down. If the Lyman Eagle boys are going to win tonight, they're going to try to keep this game in the 40s. So yes, you might not be used to seeing that from the Lyman Eagles, but the Lyman Eagles are going to try to keep this game in the 40s tonight. A very low-scoring, patient offense tonight. Kevin Lueck said he hopes to win the opening tip and spend about 1 minute to 2 minutes off the clock before even shooting the ball. So do not be afraid if you see the opening tip go off in Lyman's favor and they do not shoot the ball. That is their game plan tonight. The Lyman Eagles will not shoot the ball in the first minute if Kevin Lueck has anything to do with it, if they win the tip on MyLocalRadio.com. The tip coming up in just about 3 minutes. But they're going to do a senior ceremony for the cheerleaders, if I'm not mistaken, as the Lyman Eagle boys and the Thunder Basin Bolts going to get ready to play each other live on MyLocalRadio.com. Thank you for joining us. If you're just joining us, the girls basketball game, man, that was a doozy. The Lyman Eagles girls basketball team lost that one 52-48. The final score, Lyman cut the deficit down to as little as 1 point in the second half, where the Eagles just ran out of gas at the very end. McKinley Bradshaw fouled out in the final seconds of that one, but not before, finishing with the Eagles' last 10 points in the game. Had a chance at the free throw line to tie it, did Bradshaw. On a three-point attempt, she was fouled, had 3 free throws down by 3. She made 2 of the 3 to cut it to a 1-point game, but the Lyman Eagles just not able to get over the hump over the 4A Thunder Basin girls basketball team. However, the Thunder Basin Bolts boys team will look to maybe suffer a different fate and run away with this one a little bit more. The Lyman Eagles boys basketball team, I guess they're put 3 more minutes on the clock after this warm-up for that celebration for the cheerleaders, some senior cheerleaders. We're going to take a timeout on MyLocalRadio.com. Get ready, get set, and get ready for those starting lineups to be announced on MyLocalRadio.com following this commercial break.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com today.
Back here in Uinta County at Lyman High School, where the Gillette-based Thunder Basin Bolts coming in. This is only the second year that Thunder Basin has been a school, so this is the first time in school history that these two schools are meeting in a basketball matchup here. The Gillette-based team had a couple games left on their schedule, and they scheduled a away game at Star Valley. That is over in Afton, not too far from here in Lyman. So after tonight's game, Rory Williams will lead his team. They will travel on, stop in Kemmerer for the night, stay in Kemmerer, and then head out to Afton tomorrow morning for a clash against Star Valley, who is in the same classification as they are in the 4A class. But tonight they're playing the 3A Lyman Eagles. A great game between these two teams, and a great matchup really facilitated by the athletic directors for both schools, Tom Siemens for the Thunder Basin High School boys and girls basketball team, and the activities director for Lyman Eagles, Jason Hansen, also the girls basketball coach. So it obviously helped him to schedule that one, and he set that up. The starting lineups being announced for the Thunder Basin boys basketball team. Mason Hamilton, Victor Quinones, Hayden Silty, Blaine Allen, number 20, a 6'4" junior. And wrapping it up, Colton Larson, a 6'4" senior. Coached by Rory Williams are the Thunder Basin boys basketball team. Assistant coaches Mike Curie, Donovan Voigt, Matt Gross, and Janine Miller. So now for the home team, the Lyman Eagles boys basketball team, starting tonight without a main player for their team. That is Andrew Housekeeper, went down with a concussion last weekend. He is still working to get back to his full potential, so he will not be in the starting lineup. He will not be playing tonight. We'll have to see how head coach Kevin Lueck deals with that. Michael Kunzler going to make the start. Jacob Woodland, number 12, another senior. One of 5 on the roster for the Lyman Eagles. Number 22, Callan Rogers, going to make the start. Lucas Hansen going to start. He will be the big man tonight for the Lyman Eagles. And finally, Jett Dickerson going to get a start in place of Andrew Housekeeper tonight, who is out with a concussion and will not play this weekend. He will not play tonight, I guess we could say, and tomorrow against Evanston. So we'll have to see how Kevin Lueck deals with that, knowing he's got 2 games at least without his starting point guard, Andrew Housekeeper. Thunder Basin ready to tip here, as well as Lyman. Thunder Basin a distinct size advantage, but Lyman Eagles nearly win the tip. The official stepped right in front of that one. So Thunder Basin actually gets the tip here, and they will try to run and gun. But like I said in our pregame show, if you're just joining us, the Lyman Eagles looking to slow this thing down. I talked to Kevin Lueck at length. He said if his team were to win this one, expect it to be in the 40s as opposed to scoring a bunch as maybe they're used to with Andrew Housekeeper on the court. Lyman Eagles, first offensive possession of the game here. Like I said, they tried to take about a minute off the clock before even shooting the ball here, unless they get an open layup. Colin Rogers gives it back outside. That is Kunzler. Kunzler driving and kicks. Jett Dickerson. Expect to see that four corners offense. As you can see, there's one player in each corner, and then the ball handler will kind of move around and wait for somebody to be open when he's cutting. Thunder Basin trying to play defense here, and a foul is called. So Rory Williams sees that on the first defensive possession for his team. He gets up off the bench to comment on what he wants to see from his team. This will not be the last time. It is only the first of many possessions in this game where Lyman will look to drain the clock. Much more of a defensive battle between these two teams than an offensive one expected, at least as far as Lyman goes. Michael Kunzler dribbling it back out towards midcourt, and here comes that four-corner offense once again. Screen from Woodland, back out to Dickerson. Dickerson up top, drops it off to Colin Rogers. About a minute gone in this possession, so as I said, Lyman's going to wait about a minute to shoot it each time, and this time it leads to a layup and the lead. Jacob Woodland scores. An easy lay-in there. 2-0, the Lyman Eagles lead here. A minute and a half gone. So that's what the Lyman Eagles will do tonight. The Thunder Basin Bolts, however, have no problem shooting the ball within the first 10 seconds of the possession. That is exactly what they do. They get an open corner three, but cannot make it. And it's back to Lyman going the other way. Lyman in the corner. That is Rogers with it again. Rogers spinning in the paint. I believe he took one too many steps. He did. And that will lead to a traveling violation being called. So, traveling violation called against Lyman there, and Thunder Basin inbounds it towards midcourt. Lyman a 2-0 lead here, 2 minutes in. Thunder Basin trying to get their offense set and ready to go here. And an outside shot there is up and good from Mikhail Holt. Or excuse me, Blaine Allen with the three. Numbers are very hard to see on those gray uniforms for Thunder Basin. Lyman Eagles in the white and blue trim going right to left. Thunder Basin in the gray and blue trim jerseys going left to right on your screen. Baseline drive. Tried to get over to Anson, and was it touched? It is white ball, so it is Lyman Eagle possession there. Rory Williams incredulous at the fact that that is Lyman possession. But the official never made the call. He's kind of looking out towards midcourt to that official at midcourt to make the call. And I don't know who made the call, but it is Lyman ball. Lucas Hansen with the ball up top, knocked away into the backcourt. And Kunzler on the floor. I believe a foul will be charged against Michael, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it against Thunder Basin? It is against Michael Kunzler, his first foul of the game. First foul on the team, 2.5 minutes in. Inbounding on the baseline is Thunder Basin. And a open player right near the basket misses that shot, and a shot down low as Colton Larson backed into there from the Lyman player. He puts up the shot, no good, but he will go to the free throw line for 2 opportunities to score. Foul called on Lyman there. Was on number 12, Jacob Woodland, his first. Free throw is up and free throw is good. So one more opportunity for Larson. And that is also good. So 2 points on the board for him and his team. 5-2 the score. Thunder Basin leading. Lyman trying to slow things down here on offense. Anson, baseline jumper off the glass, no good. Could not get the roll as it went around the rim and out. And Thunder Basin's sprinting down the court. Out up top for 3. That one is up and that one is good. Colton Larson has got 5 early points in this one. And he has propelled his team to an 8-2 lead less than midway through the first quarter of action. That one is tipped out of bounds off of the Lyman Eagles. And it will be Thunder Basin ball. Thunder Basin Pass intercepted by Kunzler. He's going the opposite way. Kunzler taking it himself. He is fouled on his way to the basket. Puts up the shot, so 2 free throws incoming for Michael Kunzler. First free throw rattles around and goes through. An 8-3 lead for the visitors on the scoreboard. Kunzler with one more free throw. That is up, and that is no good. Rebound pulled down by Thunder Basin. Racing it down the court. Left side. Man, it is really hard to see these Thunder Basin numbers, so I apologize if I'm not calling out the names immediately. I'm trying to see just as you are, but those dark blue numbers on the gray jerseys really do not help a broadcaster, especially from far away. Inbounds pass stolen away. Three-pointer attempted off of the steal. No good. That was Hayden Silty, and a timeout is called after Kunzler grabs the rebound. 10-3 the score on mylocalradio.com. 4:03 left in quarter number 1.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
A retro classic being played by the pep band here at Lyman Eagles High School. Stacy's Mom. It was one of my favorite songs growing up, believe it or not. I liked it before it was cool to like that song. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, back to action here as the Lyman Eagles inbound it, get it across midcourt. And that is Jett Dickerson with it. Nearly picked up his dribble. Did not. Gets it over to Kunzler. Kunzler driving to his right. Gets it back to Colin Rogers. Rogers uses a screen from Anson. Is tripped by a Thunder Basin player. Foul is called way away from the basket, about 30 feet away. Charged on number 30, Colton Pylon. His first. Third on the Thunder Basin Bolts here in the first half. Kunzler takes it across the center line, gives it off to Colin Rogers. Colin Rogers working to his right, picks up his dribble, gets it out to Jacob Turner. Joseph Turner, excuse me. Jett Dickerson back out up top to Kunzler. Kunzler, and a block is called against Thunder Basin. Foul driving towards the basket was Kunzler, and a foul called against Colton Larson, his first. Team's fourth here in the first quarter. Kunzler driving to his right, picks up his dribble. Joseph Turner spinning, getting it back to Kunzler. Kunzler driving to his left, down the lane, is fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. So it is kind of a common theme when you're seeing a 3A team play a 4A team in at least boys basketball, in that fouls come at a high rate, at least in the first half. Saw it last night against Mountain View and Star Valley. Star Valley picked up 7 fouls in the first quarter of that one. And just like that, 5 fouls have been called against the Thunder Basin Bolts here in the first half, in the first quarter, excuse me. I talked to Rory Williams. Maybe brought up that fact that I covered the Mountain View game against Star Valley. I covered the Lyman versus Star Valley game earlier in the year, and Star Valley had that problem. And he said, yes, but from what I saw from the girls' basketball game and that crew, the same crew of officials that are working this one, it seems like they're calling it pretty loosely and letting a lot of physical contact go. So he hoped that that would continue in the boys' game, and that he really didn't talk to his team about it, saying that 4A might be more physical brand of basketball, but he hopes his team just doesn't foul. But But his team picks up 5 fouls here in the first 5 minutes of this one. Inside, Joseph Turner turning, and he misses everything on that one. And it's back to Thunder Basin. 10-4 the score, 2.5 minutes to play. And a foul, or is it just out of bounds? Just an out of bounds off of Dickerson, I believe. And 2.5 minutes in the first quarter. Thunder Basin inbounding back up top. That is Hayden Silty with the ball. Kicks it out for 3. Rims out, no good. Lucas Hansen in for the rebound. Standing tall. The tallest player listed on this Lyman Eagle roster. Still gives up a few inches in height to those Thunder Basin players. Kunzler is fouled. No, they're going to call this a backcourt violation. Looked to me like it was tipped. Kevin Lueck and his entire staff hop up off the bench to contest that, saying that ball was tipped into the backcourt, which it looked to be, but they said that it was a backcourt violation. So Kunzler was fouled in the backcourt. The defender ran him over, but unfortunately for Lyman, it was not called because it was a backcourt. Top of the key, moving to his right is Silty. Gives it off. That's Brown with it. Three-pointer, no good. I believe that's Jacob Woodland in for the rebound. He was fouled, and Lyman will get the ball back. And for the rest of the first half, the Lyman Eagles will be shooting. They'll be in the bonus for the final 9 minutes and 50 seconds of this first half. Final 150 of this quarter in the first 8 minutes of the second quarter. And that pass is thrown out of bounds on the far sideline as tried to get it turning up the court, and it was just thrown out of bounds. So Thunder Basin get inbound underneath the basket. Gets it back out to Brown. Brown over to Larson up top. Larson gives it off, gets it back up top. Zach Brown working some offense here. Thunder Basin in the corner for 3, and that is good from Hayden Silty. And it's 13-4 with 1:30 to play in the first quarter. So the Lyman Eagles have done a good job slowing down the pace, maybe more than Thunder Basin is used to playing at, but still 13 points for the Bullets, only 4 for the Eagles early in this contest. Kunzler gives it off. Rogers back to Kunzler. Jett Dickerson way back out at midcourt, gets it. Kunzler back to Rogers. Dickerson with it. Under a minute to play. Let's see if Lyman takes it to one shot here, or they just get a good shot if they have one. Jett Dickerson driving down the lane, and he lays it in. So Jett Dickerson goes all the way down the lane, and that's the advantage of slowing it down, slowing the pace down. Sometimes the defense gets lulled to sleep thinking that you're just going to pass it around and take some clock. That's what happened with Jett Dickerson, is he went all the way to the basket and scored unattended. Foul from the corner. I believe they're going to count the shot. We'll have to see if the shot does count. Was it a 3 or is it a 2? It was a 3-point basket, a foul committed in the corner, and it's a 4-point play opportunity. So, foul was called, by the way, on Jett Dickerson, his first, team's third. And the free throw is up and good. So a 4-point play there for Colton Larson. And he is leading his team in scoring, leading the game in scoring. A 17-6 lead now. Kunzler over to Joseph Turner. Back up top. One shot here for the final possession. Colin Rogers with it. Almost lost possession of it, but is able to gain it. Joseph Turner turning around with 7 seconds to go. Rogers down the lane. Rogers puts it up off the window. No good. Rebound Thunder Basin. And that is how the quarter will end. The shot does not go. The shot would not have counted even had they made it. But that is the score after one quarter, 17-6 on mylocalradio.com. Please join us for the second quarter action from Uinta County and Lyman High School, where the Thunder Basin Bullets lead the Lyman Eagles by 11 points after one quarter.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Back here at Lyman High School. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett. Thank you for tuning in to this basketball stream of the 4A Thunder Basin Bolts girls and boys basketball team playing against the Lyman Eagles at home in this intra-conference matchup. The Lyman Eagles have held strong so far, trailing by 11 after one quarter. Similar score after the first quarter of the girls' game. And the Lyman Eagles girls basketball team fought all the way back and nearly won that one over the 4A girls basketball team, but fell. Bradshaw had a chance to tie it late within the final 30 seconds, but could not hit her free throws. Hit 2 of 3 at the line. Bradshaw finishing with 10 points. The final 10 points for the Lyman Eagles was just not enough, and Thunder Basin won that one 52-38. 52-48 the score in that girls basketball game. Ball near midcourt here for Lyman. That is Kunzler with it. Sees it go off of his knee, is able to keep possession of it, and he is not actually, as the ball did go out of bounds. (17-6) here, 7.5 minutes to play in the first half. The Lyman Eagles trying to hold strong here and force a good game out of the Thunder Basin Bolts before they continue on to play Afton tomorrow. Inbounding the ball underneath the basket in the corner is Thunder Basin. Throws it out towards midcourt. It's Holt with it. Thunder Basin trying to manufacture some points here. Lyman Eagle defense collapses in the paint, knocks it away, and a turnover. Still looking for a first points of the second quarter here from either team. And long two there from Jett Dickerson, no good. Short rebound comes to Thunder Basin, racing it down the court, putting it up, and a nice lay-in there from Hayden Silty. Gets 2 more for the Bolts. And a timeout called by Kevin Lueck. Kevin Lueck not happy at how this game is going early. His team trails 19-6. We're going to take the timeout too on mylocalradio.com.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Inbound underneath their own basket for Lyman out of the timeout. Gets it into Kunzler. Kunzler goes to the ground and travels. Kevin Lueck face palms himself there. I don't know if that was avoidable. I think Kunzler was just off balance and went to the ground. Maybe slipped on, could be a wet floor over there. Either way, Thunder Basin inbounds right into the corner. Open 3, no good. Lucas Anson pulls down the rebound, looking to get it to his teammate. He'll instead just take it across that center line by himself. Good ball handling skills for a big man. Colin Rogers drops it off to Dickerson. Colin Rogers had the right idea, get it around the double team to his teammate Jett Dickerson, only Dickerson had a different idea. He started to cut towards the basket. Rogers threw it to where he was Dickerson was going a different place, and that is another turnover. Colin Rogers checks out of the game. Alex Bradshaw in for the first time. Pump fake, drive in, and I believe they're going to call a foul outside of the lane. Mason Hamilton with the pump fake and drive there for the Bolts. Ball inbounded to the corner. That is Blaine Allen with it, and a foul is called against Thunder Basin. An offensive foul there. So the offensive foul called against number 22, Quincy Wofford. His second, team 7th, but it was an offensive foul, so I believe officials talking to over. It's not going to be free throws, as it was an offensive foul, not a loose ball foul. Jett Dickerson gets the inbounds on the right sideline, walks it across the timeline. Only a couple points scored here in this quarter, 2 minutes in. Kunzler drives down the right side of the lane, lays it up, lays it in. So Kunzler gets the first points of the second quarter for the Eagles. And the Eagles trailing by 11. Foul in the paint there as Dickerson wildly went after the ball. Wound up all twisted around and diving across the hardwood. Foul was called against Dickerson, his second. The Eagles' 5th foul of the first half, so no free throws just about yet. Anson defending underneath, kicks out, and the 3 ball missed by Silty, and that is Kunzler with the rebound. Kunzler with it. Driving towards his left, sees the ball go off of his foot as he went to the ground. He looked over towards the official, maybe pleading for a call, did not get one. And Thunder Basin will have the possession again. Thrown into the paint there, working through a host of bodies, and a foul was called. An offensive foul was called. Thunder Basin unhappy with that call, but it is another offensive foul, and the 3rd foul against Colton Pylon, his 3rd. So he will sit for what looks to be maybe the rest of the first half with those 3 fouls. Head coach Rory Williams showing his displeasure, maybe that his player picked up the foul, maybe that the refs called it an offensive foul. Jett Dickerson spinning, driving down the lane, and he is fouled, leading 2 free throws. And the first free throw, no good. It was a 1-and-1 opportunity. And the front end missed there, so an empty possession, if you would call it that, for the Lyman Eagles. The 9th foul, so for the remainder of the first half, the Lyman Eagles will be shooting 2 free throws on every possession, every foul. In the corner, dished out for 3, and that is good. So another 3 there. I believe that was Zach Brown, or no, that was Colton Larson for 3, and the lead back to 14 for the Bolts. And that is kicked out of bounds off of Thunder Basin. The official near midcourt was able to see that. The baseline official was blocked, so he was not able to see who the ball went off of, but it is the correct call, and Thunder Basin will still be on defense. Jett Dickerson inbounding on the baseline. Inbounded to Bradshaw. Bradshaw moving to his right. Gets back to Colin Rogers. Colin Rogers spinning near midcourt. Thunder Basin really pushing this defense out, trying to force a turnover, and Thunder Basin knocked it out of play into the bench of Thunder Basin. And Lyman will inbound right in front of Rory Williams. Colin Rogers looking to go inside to Lucas Hansen. Doesn't have the angle. Gives it outside to Bradshaw instead. Bradshaw driving to his left is fouled at the three-point line. The foul called, and because of that, the Eagles will go to the free throw line for 2 opportunities. So the foul called against number 5, Hayden Silty, his second. So fouls racking up here against the Bolts offense. First free throw up, first free throw good from Bradshaw. Chance to get the Lyman Eagles into double digits for the first time tonight. And that is no good. Luke Sanson pulls down the rebound. Too long on that attempt. And he goes to the floor to try to get another offensive rebound. And he stuck his leg out there, and it is a kick ball. So Lucas Hansen, the ball was at his feet. He just kind of extended his feet outwards and made a kicking motion, so that is still a kickball violation on him. Thunder Basin with it, sprinting it down the court, and that is Zach Brown to lay it in. 24-9 the score here with under 4 minutes to play in quarter number 2. Just an update for those of you wondering. Last update I got from Jake Hibbard. Score was tied 16-16 in the Mountain View Evanston boys game late in the first half. Jett Dickerson with the ball for Lyman near midcourt. Backing around. Trying to drive down the lane. Drops it off to Lucas Hansen. Nice defense there from Thunder Basin, knocking it out of the hands of the Lyman offense. And a traveling violation is called along the baseline. One too many steps as they tried to avoid the contact and throw it along the baseline. No good. Woodland inbounds to Kunzler. Kunzler takes it across the center line, picks up his dribble, gets it over to Dickerson, and Dickerson will try to do something with it here, and he is fouled near midcourt. That's not going to please Roy Williams, who has his hands up in the air, almost like he's praying his team doesn't foul anymore. That is, my calculations are right. My number tracking is right. That is the 13th team foul in the first half. So that is what I said before the game, that when a 4A team plays a 3A team, usually you will see a lot of fouls called. There's no fault of the 4A team. Maybe a little bit of fault at the 4A team, but that is just a different style of play. It is a much more physical style of basketball in the 4A classification than the 3A, and sometimes the officials tend to lean to the less physical team, which would be Lyman in this instance, being the 3A opponent. That second free throw is no good, and Thunder Basin pulls down the rebound, tries to beat Lyman down the court, and that is exactly what they do. Blaine Allen scores an easy layup before Lyman was able to set up on defense. Not going to make head coach Kevin Lueck any happier. Lucas Hansen jumping up and down underneath the basket there. He was wide open, but head down for Lyman. They did not see him. Woodland down the lane. Kind of pushes himself off the defender there and gets some space and gets the layup to go. So lead's been sitting about double digits here, but not too crazy for the Lyman Eagles. About 12 to 14 it's been for the majority of this first half. Anson nearly fumbled it out of bounds, able to pull down the rebound for good this time. That is Kunzler going to his left. Jett Dickerson falls down in the paint, maybe knocked down, be a better word. And Kunzler is fouled, and that is an obvious foul on that one as the Thunder Basin defense, I believe that was Deegan Williams, kind of just stuck out his knee, his thigh, and got in the way of Kunzler, tripped him up, and a foul is called. That is his first. But once again, fouls racking up here for the Thunder Basin Bolts boys team. They have had a lot of fouls called in the first half against them. And the first free throw, Michael Kunzler is going to want that one back if he has an opportunity because, well, he missed everything on that free throw. He'll have an opportunity to redeem himself, maybe at least hit the rim on this one. Second free throw It is up, and that one does hit the rim, but does not go in. And Thunder Basin with the rebound. 2 minutes to play in the first half here. 26-12 to score. Kunzler diving on the floor with it, and they're going to call a traveling violation. Kunzler dove on the floor to get the ball. Great effort there, but once he was on his belly, on his chest, he got up to his knees, which is a no-no in basketball unless you dribble your way up. And that is a traveling violation, so Thunder Basin lucky to keep possession here. Thunder Basin does have the possession arrow. With 2 minutes to play in quarter number 2. On the outside, driving down the lane, that is Colton Larson, lays it up off the window, no good. Blocked from behind, Jacob Woodland, excuse me. And Jacob Woodland called for the foul. Victor Quiones, he had 2 free throws out of it, and he'll make the first. Victor will get another free throw on the way here. Alex Bradshaw checking back in for the Eagles. Woodland out. Very short bench here for the Lyman Eagles. Chase Richards hasn't played in a couple weeks due to an injury. And then, of course, Andrew Housekeeper is out with a concussion, so nothing to rush back for there. But I've been told by Kevin Lueck that he is getting better every day and hopes to make a quick recovery and return to the court soon. Foul, by the way, was called out near midcourt again. Mikhail Holt with the foul, his first, but the 16th team foul called against the Bolts. They'll be going for a Wyoming record here in the first half. I am joking, but sure Rory Williams, looking down his bench, is going to count the amount of bodies he has and say, hey, if we continue to foul at this rate, I'm going to run out of people to put in the game. Second free throw on the way, and that is good. So Jett Dickerson cuts that deficit back to 14. Couple free throws. Up top, that is Williams with it. Jett Dickerson steps in front of that pass, that cross-court pass, steals it away, and he races down the court. And he nearly lost it. He did lose it in the paint. He has been wrapped up, or no, a timeout has been called. Rory Williams not happy at that one. You can see the displeasure being shown there. He was not happy. And to be honest, I don't blame him. It didn't look like Lyman had possession there, but the timeout called by Kevin Lueck. So Kevin Lueck's squad's going to take a timeout. We're going to take one too on mylocalradio.com.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Inbounds to Lyman in the corner with 1:15 to play in the first half. Lucas Hansen bowls over to the defender, gets it out to Dickerson up top. Nice backdoor cut there from Kunzler, goes up, through some contact, no call, and I believe they're going to get Kunzler with the foul on the rebound, which would lead to free throws about 90 feet down the other way, and that is exactly what happens. Kunzler missed the shot from close and then compounded that fact with a foul, and that is the 7th team foul against Lyman. So the second foul against Kunzler, and a 1-on-1 the other way for Thunder Basin. That free throw is up and no good. Bradshaw pulls down the rebound near the free throw line, and he will take it across the center line. Kunzler stopping, giving it back to Bradshaw. Bradshaw to Dickerson. Some more four corners offense being implemented by Kevin Lueck's team. Kunzler turning around, gets it in the corner to Rogers. Rogers looking to go somewhere with it, being doubled, goes baseline, drives, and it's kicked out of bounds by Thunder Basin. So Lyman a chance to cut it down to a 12-point deficit here as they go into the halftime break. And an offensive foul is called there. I believe it's going to go against Lucas Anson. On the inbounds pass, Lucas Anson ran over the Thunder Basin defender, sent him down to the ground on his backside, and that is a offensive foul. So with 30 seconds to play, Lucas Anson picks up his first foul. But with 30 seconds to play in the first half, the Lyman Eagles trail by 14. Thunder Basin looking to extend that lead, and a foul is called as Thunder Basin drives into the paint. Colton Larson going to go to the free throw line. 6'4" senior for this team. It's going to be a 1-and-1 here for Larson as Preston Brewer are going to check in for the Eagles for this final 30 seconds. Final 25 seconds, I should say. And that front end is missed again, so back-to-back front ends missed, and a jump ball is called, and it will be Thunder Basin ball. Kevin Lueck pacing down his sideline. Thunder Basin going to inbound underneath the basket here. Ball inbounded to the top. In the corner for three. Larson, no good on that shot. Bradshaw pulls down the rebound. And with 15 seconds to go, Lyman will try to get the last shot of the quarter and of the half here. Preston Brewer moving to his left, gets it to Rogers. Back to Dickerson. Dickerson cutting through the lane, lays it up off the rim, no good. Does Brewer see the clock? He does not, and that's going to be the unluckiest jump ball violation called there because the Lyman Eagles will have possession with .4 to go. And the Thunder Basin Bolts will get the ball to start the second half. Ball is tipped up, no good. Preston Brewer could not control it. And that will end the first half here. 28-14 the score on MyLocalRadio.com. We're going to take a commercial break, then go into our MyLocalRadio.com halftime show, followed by the second half action from Lyman High School, where the 4A Thunder Basin boys will try to complete the sweep here before moving on to Afton to play against Star Valley tomorrow.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com today.
Jason Hansen, head coach of the girls basketball team. Now, Jason, obviously a contest between the, is it a little loud or is it good? Okay. Now, obviously a contest with a 4A team, a opponent that maybe you don't see very often. You're obviously second-year school for them. How did you feel your team played tonight against a 4A opponent, a very capable 4A opponent?
I thought we played well. We struggled at the start. Didn't make a lot of shots, but I was proud of how we battled back. And it was good because we cut it to, I think, 5 right before halftime, and then we gave up those 2 easy buckets, and kind of deflated us going into halftime a little bit. But then all of a sudden we kind of woke up again and made it a game. So.
Now, your team obviously going to compete against another 4A school tomorrow against Evanston. This is a weekend where you really learn about your team, learn about what to expect from your team. Is that how you look at it this weekend, knowing that you got 2 4A schools, 2 teams that maybe one from far away, one team that you see at home and away, but this year will just be at Evanston? Is that what you're looking at it as?
Yeah, we're trying to, just really push ourselves early in the season and, figure out where our weaknesses are and try to, get better coming into postseason. And, tonight we got exposed a few times. So.
Now, coming down the stretch, you had a chance to tie at McKinley Bradshaw at the free throw line. You did a nice job baiting the defender, getting a 3-point foul called, and made 2 free throws, and then had a chance at the very end, just didn't fall your way. McKinley Bradshaw fouled out with a few seconds to go. How proud of you are your team? I know you discussed that a little bit, but especially at McKinley Bradshaw to really take control there in the final minutes, scoring the final 10 points for your team down the stretch when your team needed it.
Yeah, she's just a great player. She comes down and makes those 2 threes, and if I would have had a timeout, I would have called it and said, give her a pump fake, but she doesn't even need that. She's that good a player, and she came down and made the right play, and free throws sometimes, she's usually automatic, but she was tired, and that's a lot of pressure, and just rimmed out, and that's how it works sometimes. So.
Yeah, obviously playing almost 30 minutes in that game did McKinley Bradshaw, so nobody is going to blame her for missing 1 free throw down the stretch, but certainly something that your team will look forward to and say, hey, we really competed against a 4A team. We could have beaten a 4A team. Is that the way that you looked at it, that was a game that you could have won?
Yeah, definitely. We had a chance to win. We just missed a lot of easy shots. I don't know what we shot from the field in the first half, but when you dig yourself at 18-2, it's hard to come back against a really good team. And I was proud of us, and McKinley put us in a position to do that at the end. And
all good. The coach here just coming down with the oil. It's just going to go cough all over my mic, so I can't use it for the second half. But it's all good. It's all good. So tomorrow, like I said, you guys are going to play against Evanston on a Saturday night. Do you think that's another opportunity for you guys to see what your team is competing on another level against?
Yeah. It's going to be a tough game.
Well, you can listen to that stream and much more from the Lyman Eagles live on mylocalradio.com, where Jason Hansen and his team will take the court again tomorrow against Evanston. Thank you for spending a few minutes with us, Jason.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Good luck. Thank you. No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm just joking with you.
And largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
Back here at mylocalradio.com, for mylocalradio.com. My name is Sean Bennett. Thank you for tuning in for that Jason Hansen interview at halftime. I think my mic was working. I saw some levels on it, so if it wasn't, my apologies, but you at least heard Jason Hansen's voice on mylocalradio.com, where the girls basketball team fell earlier tonight, 52-48, the final score of that contest. It was a thrilling game. I really would urge you to go and watch that game. If you missed it, you can watch that stream. You can watch the stream starting over from the beginning. Once this game ends, it will be on the website as well, and you can watch it in its entirety on mylocalradio.com. So Rory Williams certainly had a lot to talk to his team about. Mainly, I would assume, the point being, do not foul. Rory Williams, a Thunder Basin team, had about 17 or 18 fouls in that first half. Lost track after a while. The scoreboard stops counting at 10, so I was trying to keep track beyond that. But several players with 3 fouls. Other than that, for the Lyman Eagles, they could not really get any offense going. They were trying to slow down that pace, but did not work to their advantage at all points. And they only scored 14 in the first half, so Kevin Lueck certainly had a lot to talk to his team about. Without Andrew Housekeeper on the court, this is a different team in the Lyman Eagles boys basketball team. So we'll have to see what Kevin Lueck employs in the second half. Maybe he can generate another ginormous comeback, such as the girls almost pulled off earlier tonight. As as Jason Hansen said during our interview, when you fall down 18-2 in the game like the girls did, it's hard for any girls team, any team in general, even a boys team, to come back and win that game. So had the Lyman Eagles not fallen down so severely in the first half, maybe, just maybe, they would have upset the 4A opponent, I should say, the 4A opponent, Thunder Basin. But we are just about ready to get set here in the second half. Remember, at the end of the first half, with .4 to go, the Lyman Eagles and Thunder Basin had a jump ball. So Lyman got that possession, and now Thunder Basin has the first possession of the second half. But 8 minutes on the clock, and we will start it ready to go on mylocalradio.com. Ball is knocked out towards midcourt. Hayden Silt with the ball. Back out up top, trying to get it into the corner. It is Blaine Allen. Blaine Allen for 3. No good on that shot. Rebound, Lyman coming the opposite way. Jett Dickerson at the free throw line. Turns, gives it back out. Kunzler tried to get it back out towards midcourt. It was intercepted. Thunder Basin rushing it down the court, and that is a open layup for Victor Quinones. And 2 more for the visiting Thunder Basin Bolts. Ball knocked out of the hands of Jett Dickerson. Woodland is fouled as he was losing his balance, falling in the wrong direction. 7:04 to play here in quarter number 3. The Lyman Eagles and the Thunder Basin Bolts playing on this Friday night. That is a traveling violation. And the ball in the front court, almost knocked out of bounds there, but it's kept alive by Thunder Basin. Back to the corner it goes, and for 3, that is a long miss. Pulled down by Thunder Basin. Quinones with the ball again up top. And that lay-in is good. From about 5 feet away from the basket. Lyman throwing it in towards midcourt, getting it across the timeline. Kunzler lays it up off the window, and good. 2 more for the Lyman Eagle boys. Thunder Basin wasting no time, getting right into a shot. Less than 5 seconds on that possession. Lucas Hansen pulls down the rebound, however, after that shot goes wayward. 32-16, 6 minutes left in quarter number 3. Hansen with the ball in the corner, nearly did. Actually, he did step out. Thought he might have saved himself, and Thunder Basin has the ball, about 90 feet away from the basket, and will inbound. No pressure from the Lyman Eagles, so Thunder Basin walks it across the timeline. Quinones backing in, and Colin Rogers fouled him in the paint. Foul is called, and with 5:39 to play, that is the second foul on Colin Rogers, the first of the second half. Colin Rogers in the paint with it. And a foul in the backcourt committed on Thunder Basin. And Lyman will inbound at midcourt. The foul was called on Blaine Allen, his second, team's second. And the ball is tipped out of bounds. Lucas Hansen thought maybe Thunder Basin tipped it out. Instead, it goes to Thunder Basin, since the ball just went directly out of bounds. 5:25 to play. Clock's not starting. Now it is. In the third quarter. Once again, we appreciate Jason Hansen for stopping by, talking to us live on mylocalradio.com. If you're just joining us, the girls basketball team from Lyman fell 52-48 in a tightly contested game. Second half, back and forth. Lyman never led in that one, but cut it to as little as a 1-point deficit in the fourth quarter with under 30 seconds left. On the outside, driving down the lane, and that is a blocking foul and then a charge. So the official called the block, and then he waved himself off, saying that it was a charge. So that's not going to please Rory Williams, certainly. Foul was called against Colton Larson, his third, and Dickerson gets pushed almost into the side wall, the baseline wall. So a foul 89 feet from the basket will be the fourth in the first 3 minutes of the second half. And just like in the first half, the Thunder Basin Bolts not having any luck here, not fouling. Foul, by the way, this time was called on Mason Hamilton, his second, so a common theme, pretty much everyone on the Bolts having 2 fouls at least. Kunzler driving towards his right, gets right down in the lane, and it's going to be, well, both officials started to make the call, then both officials waited for the other. And I think they're going to give it to the half-court official, who says it's a charge. Foul goes against Kunzler, his third, team's third of the second half. So 7 fouls here in the first 3 minutes of action in quarter number 3. And that one's laid up and under the rim. Nice move there from Blaine Allen to use the rim as protection. Lyman able to get it across midcourt. Kunzler. Back up top to Jett Dickerson. Dickerson in the corner. Gets it back. And that one's turned over. Thunder Basin has some numbers going the opposite way, lays it off, and that one rolled around the rim. Comes times for some more dramatics, but Hayden Siltz with the rebound, or with the basket. And that lead at the largest it has been at 20. Lyman Eagles, 3:50 to go in quarter number 3. Luke Sanson putting it up, fouled. Missed his first shot, kind of went right back into his hands, and he got his own rebound, went up, put it up again, and got fouled. Foul goes against Colton Larson, his third, so 2 fouls in the second half for Larson. Brings his total up to 3. He stares down over the bench, waving Rory Williams off, saying, "I'm good, don't take me out." Lucas Sanson at the free throw line makes the first, and a substitute is coming in. But it is not for Larson, it is for Quinones. Second free throw coming from Lucas Hansen, down by 19, making 18 as he nails them both. Joseph Turner coming back in. Lucas Hansen just made those 2 free throws, checking out. Hope you enjoyed that halftime interview with Jason Hansen, girls basketball coach here at Lyman. I'm going to try to do that more often now. I did get another mic, so I'll try to give you more halftime interviews from the girls coaches following their games. Both Mountain View and Lyman. Going to try to see if I can corral another headset at the office when I go back to the office next week. Ball is knocked away into the backcourt. Thunder Basin 2-on-1 the other way. Thunder Basin lays it in. Colton with another 2 points. All the way down the court, Colin Rogers, and that's going to be a charge. Kevin Lueck doesn't like it. Some of the fans here off of their feet don't like that call either. Not sure I blame them because it looked like the defender slid under Colin Rogers. And it is a costly foul, by the way, because that is Colin Rogers' 4th foul. So you hope that your player doesn't commit a defensive foul, but an offensive foul. That's just an unfortunate circumstance sometimes where your guy's driving in. You can't really get mad at his aggressiveness, and that one just went against him, and he goes to the bench to sit down with 4 fouls. Dickerson back to Woodland. Woodland driving down the lane, lays it up. Through some contact, no call. Thunder Basin pulls down a rebound. They're going to race it down that right sideline. Lob pass goes up and in off the window. And Blaine Allen has extended the lead to the largest point at 22. So the Lyman Eagles have been trying to battle through this game, but it has not been in their favor. Joe Turner gets the ball out of midair and then turns it immediately right back over, and bodies flying all over the place from Thunder Basin. And Kunzler backs up, takes it across the center line. Kunzler trying to regain possession, does, drives right down the lane and scores. Michael Kunzler with 2 points there. Thunder Basin, both the girls and the boys playing tomorrow in Afton. Looks like the girls are headed out and continuing to Kemmerer. And the boys still playing here. A 20-point lead, and Rory Williams calls a timeout. We're going to take this timeout too on mylocalradio.com.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Back here, second half action from Lyman High School, where the 4A Thunder Basin Bolts playing against the 3A Lyman Eagles. A 22-point lead for the boys basketball team. Joseph Turner all the way down the court, misses the lay-in, and then compounds that with a foul. The Lyman Eagles had a set play coming out of a timeout. Went all the way down the court. Nice pass, bullet pass right to Joseph Turner. Turner laid it up and went off the front rim and out. Minute and 50 to go, quarter number 3. Free throw line jumper, no good. Kunzler pulls down the rebound. And the Lyman Eagles will walk it across the center line. Dickerson gives it inside to Lucas Hansen. Lucas Hansen ball fakes, turns around, bowled over to the defender, and Kevin Lueck's not going to like that call. That is not a good call. I know it's not my job to offer my opinion, but sometimes it is necessary. That official has had a rough night in both the girls and the boys game, and these fans here from Lyman clearly displeased. A lot of them now shouting out their displeasures at that official's job tonight. And from way downtown, another 3. Deegan Williams with that long ball. Woodland catches the inbounds, gets it across midcourt, picks up his dribble, gets it over to Kunzler in front of his own bench. Kunzler is pushed into his bench, and things getting a little chippy here as that is Mason Hamilton swinging out his elbows, trying to tell the ref, hey, Kunzler was elbowing me before I fouled him. That is the 3rd foul on Mason Hamilton. Checking out is Deegan Williams for Rory Williams' team. Kevin Lueck still talking to that official. Inbounding right in front of their own bench. Dickerson with it in the corner. Has the baseline open, drives, spins, picks up his dribble, gets it out to Anson in the corner. Anson with it, takes it out towards midcourt. That is Dickerson moving towards his left. He's bumped again. Kevin Lueck jumping up and down. That is almost incredulous that was not called. And like I said, things getting chippy here because the Lyman Eagles down by 25 have seen this game get about tenfold more physical than it had been in the first half, at least as far as fouls go. Fouls have not been called. And I know you're looking at the scoreboard saying, okay, there's 13 fouls in this 3rd quarter. What do you mean there haven't been fouls called? But over these last few possessions, the Lyman Eagles feel like they've been fouled or feel like a couple calls haven't gone their way, and things are getting chippy. It was a 2-shot foul, so albeit the 7th team foul for the Lyman Eagles, still a 2-shot foul. First free throw, no good. Second free throw incoming, and that is off the rim, no good. Joseph Turner pulls down the rebound, gets it over Brewer. Brewer fouled, and that will lead to free throws. That's 70 feet down, 75 feet down the other way to the other basket. Preston Brewer goes. He's going to get some free throws out of it. Seems like both coaches are not happy at how this game has been going, at least the second half has been going, as far as the fouls being called. Rory Williams maybe feels that there's too many fouls being committed. I think Kevin Lueck is saying there's not enough. Kevin Lueck, arms folded in front of him on his own bench. And that free throw is no good. A front end of a 1-on-1 falls right into the hands of Woodland, and he gets it over to Anson. Anson spinning and winning. Gets that one, 45-22 with 33 seconds to play. Ball out towards midcourt. That is Blaine Allen with it. Tries to put it off the rim and get a roll, and another foul called inside. That official is going to wear out his whistle tonight. Seems like the majority of the fouls have been called by this official at the scorer's table right now. As most of the displeasure from the Lyman Eagle fan base here is they do not agree. Foul was called on the Lyman Eagles. Front end of the 1-on-1 is good. Preston Brewer with the first foul. His first foul of the game. 8th team foul, so it was a 1-on-1. One more free throw on the way. And that is in. Quincy Wofford checking back in for Colton Pylon. Joseph Turner inbounding, gonna throw it long again, looking to get it to Dickerson. Dickerson catches it, and a foul is called. That same official making the call. Jett Dickerson at the free throw line for 2 opportunities, or a 1-and-1, excuse me. It was not a shooting foul, so it's just still a 1-and-1. In fact, Dickerson's first free throw is tried and true. 1 more point for the Blue. Back end of the 1-and-1 for Dickerson with just under 20 seconds to go. And that rolls around. Lucas Hansen taps it up to Turner. Turner spinning, throws it up, and he gets it. Wow, I don't know how that one dropped, but Joseph Turner fading away from the basket, put it up, was fouled, and somehow got that shot to go. Nothing but net through the contact. The foul was called on Quincy Wofford, his 3rd off of the bench for the Thunder Basin boys team. Joseph Turner at the line to complete the 3-point play. Free throw is good. So a 3-point play there. Make it a 4-point possession for the Lyman Eagles after the free throw from Dickerson. 10 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Final possession of the quarter for Thunder Basin. Ball out towards midcourt. Hayden Siltz gives it off for 3, and that will be a buzzer beater 3, or with 2 seconds to go. Dickerson then inbounds it. The 3 from Blaine Allen ends the 3rd quarter. The score 50-26. So the Lyman Eagles will try to make this score a little bit more respectable going into the 4th quarter on mylocalradio.com. Please stay tuned. Should be a very intense 4th quarter on the way on mylocalradio.com.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
Back to action here from Lyman, Wyoming, where the Lyman Eagles are trying to pull off an upset of the number 4, the 4A Thunder Basin Bolts, and the lay-in to open up the quarter for the Lyman Eagles as they try to cut this deficit to under 20. Just got an update from Jake Hibbert, 44-41 the score in Mountain View, where Evanston is leading by 3 points in the boys' game there. That is in the 4th quarter, less than 3 minutes to go. That layup is up and good. If you are interested in watching that Mountain View and Evanston stream, we are streaming that. Jake Hibbert also on our website and on KNYN 99.1 on your radio dials. Foul down low. Lucas Hansen working on the post was fouled from behind, and that will earn him 2 free throws. Obviously, I'm not telling you to leave, but it won't hurt my feelings this one time if you're going to watch Mountain View basketball. But once that game is over, rejoin us, or just stay tuned with us here between Thunder Basin and the Lyman Eagles. Chance to cut that Lead down to 22 again for Lucas Hansen. First free throw is short. Didn't get enough legs under that one.
Checking in for Thunder Basin, number 44, Mason Powell.
Second free throw on the way from Lucas Hansen. Hansen's second free throw is no good. And here come the Lyman Eagles, or here come the Thunder Basin Bolts, excuse me. Down the other end, just joining us, Thunder Basin in the gray and blue trim uniforms, going right to left on your screen. Lyman Eagles wearing white and blue trim, going left to right on offense. Outside three ball there, no good. Falls into the hands of Woodland. And he pulls it out, gets it over to Jett Dickerson. With under 7 minutes left in this Friday night matchup between 4A Thunder Basin and 3A Lyman Eagles. First time in school history these two teams have met, albeit only the second season that Thunder Basin has had a basketball team. And a foul on the three-point line called. Jett Dickerson shoved down to the ground. Foul was called. And Kunzler to the free throw line for 2 attempts. Foul called against Mason Hamilton. His 4th, so one more and his night will prematurely end. Free throw is up and good. Kunzler's second free throw is good, so 30 points on the board for the Lyman Eagles. Like I said, when I talked to Kevin Lueck told me if his team were to win tonight, he would hope to keep the score in the 40s. It has not worked out in his favor, as Thunder Basin has 52 with just under 6.5 left in quarter number 4. Going to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1, excuse me. It's only a 9th foul. Colton Pylon. 3rd foul called on Jett Dickerson, by the way. Free throw is up and good. So another free throw coming from Colton. And that second free throw is no good. Luke Sanson rushes in to grab the board. Anson picks up his dribble, gets it over to Kunzler. Kunzler driving, throws it up off the window, no good. Tapped around, Thunder Basin with it. They look to push it down the court. Joseph Turner flying in, trying to block the pass, could not get it. And 2 more for the Bolts. Laid at 25 now. Playing without Andrew Housekeeper are the Lyman Eagles. He went down with a concussion in Rawlins last week at the basketball tournament they had there, so have to watch. And hopefully a speedy recovery for Andrew Housekeeper. Certainly a major factor in this one, looking as it is. Lyman Eagles trying to figure out a way to win without Housekeeper. They did beat Thermopolis last weekend without Housekeeper, so there is hope that they can still win without Housekeeper, and then hopefully he will return soon. Coming down the court is Kunzler, and I believe it might have been blocked there by a Thunder Basin player. And the Bolts coming down the other side of the court. Pump fake, gets it back out. Kunzler, nice job defending that pass. Nearly had a steal, but instead it went to a Thunder Basin player. 4-3 on the outside. I believe that was Deegan Williams. Deegan Williams has found his stroke from outside, and a timeout called by Kevin Lueck. We're going to take the timeout too on mylocalradio.com. 4:53 to go. Thunder Basin leading this one 58-30.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
as I said before the game, I talked to head coach Rory Williams as well as assistant coaches Mike Curry, Donovan Voigt. And I talked to them, and I really was just curious, just asking them some questions. Obviously, we don't get to see this team very often, just asking them how the trip was and other stuff like that. Among the questions I asked, because I was unsure if it was open enrollment in Gillette, since Thunder Basin is a relatively new school, only the second year they've had a basketball program. And they said, according to their assistant coaches, they said it is and it isn't, meaning that you have to declare where you're going to go, almost commit like a college athlete would, where you're going to go to school by 8th grade. So you have to know which school in Gillette you want to go to. They do have lines of where you're supposed to go, but they said sometimes those lines can blur a little bit. So Thunder Basin trying to get to that state playoffs in their second year and maybe cause some noise at the 4A state championships. Certainly a team that looks poised to do so right now, at least from the little bit I've seen them this season. Steal from Thunder Basin all the way down the court. Knocked out a play there from Lyman. Good job getting back on transition defense. Zach Brown checking in for the Bolts here. Ball back out up top. That's a Euro step. Looked like a lot of steps there, but I guess that was enough steps because it was an and one for Thunder Basin. So maybe you have to watch the replay on that one. Looked like he hopped twice, which would be a travel, but we're going to say a Euro step counts here in high school basketball, and an and one opportunity for Thunder Basin. Converted in the lead, the largest it has been at 31. Scores 61-30 here with 4 and change left in quarter number 4. Kunzler drives right down the lane, lays it up, lays it in. Michael Kunzler has done a nice job tonight trying to fill that void, that gap that Andrew Housekeeper left when he went down with the concussion. And Kunzler tracks down the rebound on that long 3 attempt. Kunzler crosses that center line. Kunzler over to Joseph Turner. Turner at the top of the key, moving towards his right. And Kunzler drives and throws up a little bit too hard off the glass that time. And instead of getting 2 more points, a rebound goes to Thunder Basin. Long 3, badly missed on that one. But it is rebounded, and another 3, this time from the corner. Deegan Williams got another one. He has been good tonight, has Williams. Giving a spark off the bench for Rory Williams' team. Be interesting to see how this Thunder Basin team lines up tomorrow against a talented Star Valley team, 4A team from Afton. And that is up. That is good. Kunzler impressing tonight. He's up close to 20 points after that basket. That is a long 3 there, and another one from outside. So Thunder Basin not holding up here. They have been shooting a lot of 3s here in this quarter. That one's stolen away, and it's a 2-on-1 going the other way. And because of that, Woodland hard foul at the basket, preventing the layup. Woodland turns around, talks to the official, maybe asking for a call on the other end, letting him know his opinion. Foul, by the way, was called on Woodland. That is his 3rd.
Wholesale changes for Thunder Basin and checking in for the
68-34 the score. 2.5 minutes left in this contest. On mylocalradio.com. Remember, tomorrow I will be back in Evanston to cover the Mountain View boys and girls teams playing each other, or the Lyman, excuse me. It is Mountain View playing Evanston tonight at Mountain View. Tomorrow I will be in Evanston to cover the Lyman against Evanston. So this boys basketball team, no time to rest on their laurels. They'll be back tomorrow night against another 4A team without Andrew Housekeeper running the point. driving down the lane, no good on that shot. Lucas Anson comes down with the rebound, and then he puts it up. Gets a foul called, and he will go to the line for 2 shots. Foul was called against Colton Pylon, his 4th. So with 2:05 to go, Pylon in danger of fouling out for the Bolts. First free throw up and good from Anson. (69-35) the score. The Lyman Eagles trailing by 34 late in this contest with about 2 minutes to go. Rory Williams calling out instructions to his team. Just inside the 3-point line, dishes it out. A lot of passing going on here. And a baseline jumper is no good. Tapped out towards midcourt from Quincy Wofford, and a foul is called. I believe it's going to be a loose ball foul, which will result in free throws for the Lyman Eagles. Foul, by the way, was called on Colton Pylon, his 5th. So he exits the game for the final time, having fouled out of this contest. At the free throw line is Colin Rogers, for one more free throw. Thunder Basin advancing the ball across midcourt here. 32-point lead with 1.5 to play in the final quarter from Lyman High School. Laid up and no good there from Thunder Basin. Jett Dickerson with the rebound, pulling it down, rushing it down the court. Kunzler will take it back out towards midcourt here with just about 75 seconds on the clock. Driving to his left, that is Alex Bradshaw, loses possession of it, loses control of it. And Thunder Basin's going the other way. An open 3 from the corner. Bounces up over the backboard and out of bounds. Lyman basketball with 58 to play. Thunder Basin ball here with 45 seconds to play after that turnover from the Lyman Eagles. Thunder Basin advances the ball across the center line. Corner 3 again, and another 3. So why not just keep on scoring if you're Thunder Basin? I guess that's the thought process at least. And Kevin Lueck says, all right, you want to keep shooting? I'm going to call a timeout. 72-37. Join us for the remainder, the conclusion of this action following this timeout.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
Final 20 seconds of action from Lyman, Wyoming, where the Thunder Basin Bolts boys and girls team are going to complete the sweep here tonight. The girls team defeated Lyman 52-48. The boys team looks like it's going to be a 72-37 final Once again, thank you for joining us live from My Local Radio, live from Wyoming, and for MyLocalRadio.com. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett. As the clock runs out, the teams will shake hands. And once again, if you're a Thunder Basin fan, tomorrow they will travel to Afton. They will continue on to Afton to face Star Valley. The Lyman Eagles boys and girls basketball team will play tomorrow at Evanston. I'll have the broadcast of that one on mylocalradio.com. So another 4A opponent for Kevin Lueck and his squad tomorrow without Andrew Housekeeper. So that'll do it for us here from Lyman, Wyoming. Thank you for joining us on this Friday night hoops action. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett, signing off for mylocalradio.com.